73 degrees and cloudy at 10 o'clock. I'm Margot Rensel. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. For your home's windows, siding, doors, and bath, trust PJ.com. Former Pirates infielder Phil Garner passed away Saturday night in Texas at 76 years old. Garner spent his major league seasons with the Pirates from 1977 to 1981, helping with their World Series championship win in 1979. After playing for the Pirates, Garner managed the Brewers, Tigers, and Astros. Pirates chairman Bob Nutting said in a statement, quote, "He will be remembered not only for the grit, passion, and heart he brought to the game, but also for the way he carried himself as a devoted family man and respected member of the baseball community." McKeesport is saying goodbye to a piece of its history. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has the details.
Opened in 1926, the Penn McKee Hotel once stood as a symbol of growth and elegance in McKeesport. Designed by architect Benno Johnson, it featured nearly 100 guest rooms, shops, and a grand ballroom that hosted hundreds. It served as a center of commerce and social life in McKeesport. The hotel is also remembered as the site of an early debate between John F. Kennedy and Richard Nixon in 1947. For many, it holds personal memories, too. One person sharing online, they had their wedding reception there on Valentine's Day in 1974 with a full orchestra. After decades as a centerpiece of the city, demolition is now set to begin today, marking the end of an era. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
A media spotlight has been put on the disagreements between the president and the Pope. The friction is driven by Pope Leo's criticism of the Trump administration's foreign policy and war threats, particularly concerning Iran. Trump, in turn, has labeled the Pope, quote, weak on crime and terrible for foreign policy, even suggesting his own presidency influenced the Pope's election. Political analyst Lenny McAllister says that the fact the first American Pope is criticizing the President of the United States has created a very unusual situation.
This is an interesting mix that this president has to deal with in a very unique way that his predecessors just did not have to do.
Pope Leo responded saying, quote, "I have no fear of the Trump administration." We're just a little over 1 week away from the draft. Mayor Corey O'Connor telling the Big K Morning Show the city is ready to welcome the National Football League and its fans.
I think everybody feels good. I think there's a lot of momentum right now, and I think there's a lot of excitement. I think, throughout this week you're going to see more groundbreakings of things that are opening on time, and there's a good, positive momentum right now in Pittsburgh. So I think we just capitalize on that.
Among the things his administration has done to prepare for the draft, the Immaculate Collection, where they collected over 400 tons of garbage, and an effort to clean up the abandoned cars on city streets. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 252 points, the NASDAQ is up 42 points, and the S&P is down less than a point. KDK Sports, the Pirates host the Nationals tonight at PNC Park. Paul Skeens gets the start, first pitch at 6:40. KDK Radio News Time is 10:03. It's 73 degrees and cloudy in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast is next.
Hey folks, it's Marty. Medicare can be confusing with all the rules, costs, and deadlines. Are you making the right choice for your future? Join MediConnect's free live webinars from the comfort of your home. No pressure, just clear, helpful information. Learn about Medicare, Parts A and B, how to avoid penalties, and if Medicare Advantage or Supplement is right for you. Get peace of mind. Register for the webinar by calling 888-818-6334. MediConnectInsurance.com. MediConnect. Medicare made simple.
Are your glass shower doors past their prime? Dated? Tarnished? Faded? Or maybe just boring? Transform your shower into a spa-like retreat with a customized glass shower enclosure from Boulevard Glass and Metal. Check out their easy, hassle-free quote request online at boulevardglassandmetal.com. Simply pick a layout, answer a few questions, and send it. They'll get back to you with a price. Or call 412-621-1799.
Harold Shepley. People are getting their tax returns back. Should they use that to pay off their debt? Or you have any other suggestions, my man?
Yeah, Marty, a lot of times people, they'll take that tax return and they try to pay on their debt, but it's not enough to handle everything. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a gaping wound. So instead of wasting that tax return, they need to leverage it by calling my law firm to do either a debt negotiation or a bankruptcy.
Go to
Beat the spring cleaning rush and call our cleaning heroes at Zero Res. Step into a fresher, cleaner home with Zero Res. Let Zero Res help you refresh your home with clean carpets, fresh floors, and improved air quality. Check out all the raving customer reviews online with a 4.9 Google rating. This week, get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $129. Call 412-701-1188 or go online to ZeroResPGH.com. Ask for the KDKA special.
Hey there.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
The rest of today will be breezy and warm with clouds, some intervals of sun, and a brief shower mainly early this afternoon, the high 77. Mostly cloudy and mild tonight. There can be a shower, the overnight low 62. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
This report brought to you by Gravely Zero Turn Commercial Mowers.
Okay,
Your
is
reputation
this
matters. That's why so many landscape
hi.
professionals choose Gravely. You can save up to 20% on Gravely commercial mowers during the Gravely Mow the Distance sales event going on now through the 19th. Visit your local Gravely dealer today.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Wow. You know what they always say, the camera never lies? Okay. Maybe it doesn't. I've been at this a while, as you know. And we have received a significant amount of video from you folks, and I love you for it. It's made a big-time difference in the content, but then there's the context of a video. Follow me here. So last week, a father who's in the car with his 5-year-old son takes a riveting video, quite frankly. It was about 20 seconds, 21 maybe, who cares, of what appeared to be a guy kicking the crap out of another guy on 28. And everybody says, Jesus, that guy's kicking his ass. That guy should be arrested, meaning the guy throwing the punches. And then literally 1.2 million, 1.3 million people have watched it, and they all have their opinions. And for the most part, the video shows 2 cars at a standstill on 28. Patrick, when you saw it, it's kind of, that's what you probably thought too. Damn.
Yeah, I'm thinking the guy beating the crap out of this guy, he's the road rage guy.
Right on.
I'm thinking he's the one that's the instigator here.
And Patrick, he literally beat his ass.
Oh, it's a whooping, no question.
And then right after the camera stopped, he kicked him and he knocked him out. So I'm thinking, where are the cops? Arrest this guy, throw him in jail. And then the truth comes out. And it's fascinating what happens. Because we had such a response on this story, because now the police are involved, I had to get to the bottom of this because it's important. Because then I heard from folks in the initial high-speed chase, the crazy road rage, that the man who was taking the punches was the aggressor. That the man who was taking the punches went berserk on the guy who was hitting him. That the man threatened to kill him. That the man was half-hammered. And now we see clearly. You got to listen to this story from the man in the video who we thought was the villain. We're going to call him Tom. And he's joining us live this morning. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Oh, I've been better, but, everything's going well, and God is good, and, I just want to get the truth out there.
My man, this thing made you into a hell of a villain, didn't it?
Yeah, it did, and I can understand exactly why people are upset. And, the video is upsetting to me, too. It's embarrassing. But what people got to understand is it only captures a very small part of what happened.
First of all, I got to give you love, man, for having the courage to step up and say, stop. Yeah, that's me in the video. Yeah, that's me punching him. But, ... Because my man Tom, there was a lot more to this, isn't there, sir?
Absolutely. And that's why I'm on here, and that's why I contacted you.
So the video is about 21 seconds. It shows you beating the crap out of an old guy. And then he's on the ground and shows you lifting your leg back to kick him in the head. And so everybody's like, arrest that SOB. What really happened, sir? Tell us the truth.
So I'm in the left lane approaching the Harmer exit on 28 northbound. I'm going, I'm not going to lie, I was speeding a little bit. It's going around 75, 80, keeping up with traffic. So to my right, there were cars that were pretty much going the same pace, and I was probably about a car length behind the car in front of me. And then behind me, there's probably about a mile-long gap, and this guy in this red car comes flying up, going at least 100, and he's riding my bumper, tries to get over in the left lane on the shoulder on the left, and if you know that part of 28, the shoulder's only about 3 foot wide.
Oh, yeah.
So, naturally, I'm looking to get to the right so this guy can just get around me. But before I could get into the right lane, he pulled over into the right lane and then aggressively cut off my car.
Whoa.
Came to a complete stop.
Whoa.
Put his car in park. So I'm stuck behind him. I mean, I was so close to him, I couldn't even see his license plate by the time we came to a complete stop. So I'm afraid I'm going to get rear-ended. So I put my car in park. And as soon as I put my car in park, my doors automatically unlock. It's I guess a safety feature or something, or a convenience feature. And before I could even think to lock my doors or unbuckle my seatbelt, this guy's already at my door and he rips it open. I still have his fingerprints all on the inside of my window.
What?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. He rips my door open and makes contact with his hands and fist on my face and my chest.
Oh, my.
So I unbuckle my seatbelt, I get out of the car, and then I start assessing the situation. I look behind me, there's a car pinning me in behind. And by the time I get to the back of the car, this guy's screaming, "Hey, I'm going to kill you.
Whoa.
I'm going to kill you." And that's all. He just kept saying that over and over. And I'm looking to my left, and I noticed that we're near a bridge. So I didn't know. I figured the guy could have been under the influence of something. I don't know 100%. I'm not here to speculate.
Yeah.
But I was afraid if I, took action, he could have maybe fell over the bridge. So
wow.
That's why I pulled him towards the back of the car to incapacitate him. And all I was thinking about was protecting myself and my wife. Because who knows, a guy comes out of his car in the middle of traffic. He's pretty bold. More than likely in PA, he might have a gun or a weapon. And I wasn't trying to find out. And it just happened so quick. And it's one of the most embarrassing things that's ever happened in my life. You
thought he could shoot you. By the way, a couple of cops
absolutely did.
A couple of cops have said the
Absolutely.
same thing. If he had a gun, you're dead. You're dead.
Yeah.
So you started punching him.
Yeah.
And you continued to punch him. He falls on the ground.
Yeah.
And then you kicked him in the head.
Yeah, sure did.
And he went unconscious.
Yep.
Is that assault in your book?
Well, from how it was explained to me by state police, because after he was knocked out, bystanders came out and they helped him up. He got in his car and took off before the police came. I stayed on scene and cooperated with law enforcement. And how law enforcement explained it to me, and I was completely unaware of this, is that PA is a stand your ground state. So if somebody engages in physical contact with you with their fist, you're allowed to return that physical contact with fist. It's considered proportional force. Now, if I was to pull out a bat or a tire iron and whack him over the head, assault.
Hey, man, I saw your wife.
As long as you're not the aggressor.
I saw your wife. Poor thing looked panicked as she got out of the car. Poor thing.
Oh, she's angry. She's still angry about it. I've been sleeping on the couch since Thursday.
She's angry at you?
Yeah, because it's embarrassing. Everybody, people know who I am. There's tons of people seen that video. One of her coworkers drove right past when the guy was laying on the ground. It's embarrassing. Like, if there's anything I could have done to stop this and know that I was going to be safe, I would have done absolutely anything else, but it happened so quick.
Takes a lot of, honestly, a lot of courage for you to step up and go live like this. What made you do that? What made you reach out to me, sir?
Well, I just felt like the narrative was getting out of control and people didn't have the full story. And, that same day, I was actually on my way to Katanning. I just got a house out there, 56 acres. It's an older house.
Nice.
I have to remodel it and clear it out. I was just trying to have a nice, wholesome day. Well, when I went out there, by the time I made it out there when the police left, the video had already gone viral.
Oh, yeah.
And I got followed around Katanning, and I'm not sure if the people were on my side or against me. And I wasn't trying to find out. So luckily, the piece of property I live on is, it's on a private road. So by the time I made it to the private road, I felt safe, and they didn't follow me. But I don't know if there's going to be people out here that want to get some type of retribution or hurt me because they're going to try and make it a racial or political thing.
Yeah.
But you just don't know. This world's crazy. I never thought I was going to get into a fight on 28.
My man, can you hang for a second, buddy?
Absolutely.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
Hey, Marty, what's up? Is very heavy traffic if you're trying to come into town on the Parkway West. So we want to make sure that you're not late for your appointment or whatever you have going on downtown. But we have a lane restriction for you on the stretch of 376, the Parkway West, right past the I-79 interchanges. It looks like the daylight work crews have set up some shop there. And as you're trying to get down past Carnegie, you're in very, very heavy traffic. Now, once you clear that, things are rolling well pretty much most of the way to the Fort Pitt Tunnel. So good news for you there. Parkway East has eased off considerably, just a minor delay as you approach the Squirrel Hill tunnels. 28 rolls well, as does the Parkway North. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Pony for my friends at Comer and Cross. Does your garage floor have cracked and stained concrete? Mine did. Maybe your garage floor had a bad epoxy or paint job. A new Comer and Cross garage floor is going to transform your whole garage, and all it's going to take is one day. I love mine, and you'll love yours. If you call them right now, and you should do it, don't waste another second. They'll take 50% off your installation. So here's that number, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. A Comer and Cross garage floor is the gold standard. It is guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. And just like they did for me, they will make it so easy for you. Stuff in your garage, they'll take it out. Cracks and pits, they'll fix them perfectly. Look just like new. And they're going to put their proprietary Comer and Cross finish on it. So I want you to call them now and get that 50% off installation. The number is 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. 800-NEW-FLOOR. Or go to COMERcross.com. It's Comer and Cross Premium Concrete Coatings.
Massive storms jacked up so many houses. Had a good friend call me, had a big tree on their house. Big. I texted Carlos from Greater Pitt Tree Service. He was at the house within an hour with his crew cutting up and removing that massive tree. Greater Pitt Tree Service. Best training, best equipment, best pricing. Carlos, Greater Pitt Tree Service, 412-884-TREE. 412-884-TREE.
For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need, delivered when and where you need them. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
Life-saving, life-changing information. UPMC. Love it.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
So the guy who took the video was hanging with his a 5-year-old son. Listen to the tape. Listen to what the little boy says. Listen.
are they fighting?
Oh,
Dad, run. Just drive. Drive.
Hey, Tom, scared the hell out of that kid and his dad. Do you feel bad about this incident, sir?
1,000%. 1,000%.
Hey, we got to finish up this story because there's more to it. So the guy who you were beating gets up and leaves the scene, right?
Leaves the scene before the police arrive.
And, sir, they found what in his car?
I'm not really here to incriminate anybody, but there was, there's other witnesses that followed him back to his car, and they believed to have seen open containers in there.
Right.
I can't confirm that, but because I didn't see it myself, I tried distancing myself because when he ran back to his car, I thought, he could be grabbing a gun. So.
Did you smell alcohol in his breath?
To be quite honest with you, our physical contact, although it was, pretty intense, it was very limited. I can't say that I did, but other people on scene mentioned that.
The guys that I know who saw this engagement on the highway said this road rage went on for a few minutes. Is that accurate, sir?
Well, yeah, just like the beginning of the story, he was tailgating me and then tried to pass me on the left, and the shoulder's only 3 foot wide, and then he cut over in the right, and then cut me off, got back in the left lane, he cut me off and came to a complete stop. I mean, I'm not sure. I wasn't really timing it. To be quite honest, a lot of people road rage, drive aggressively like that, and, although, I don't condone it. It happens more often than I would like.
It does.
So I'm kind of used to it,
Hey,
So I just thought he was going to brake check me and stuff.
A lot of people stopped. Did they stop to help, or did they stop to hold you for police, thinking you were the guy that was beating him?
Well, they stopped. I guess it was a little bit of both. I didn't really ask anybody. The only guy I talked to, identified himself as either a off-duty or retired Allegheny County Sheriff's deputy or something.
He was a retired deputy from Allegheny County, yes.
Okay. So that was the only guy I really interacted with one-on-one. And there was another guy that came up and, kind of broke it up. He was driving a motorcycle. I'm not sure what his name was. But, yeah, a lot of people, I figured, based on what some of these people saw of me standing over this guy, that they were going to call the cops whether I stayed or not after he left. So I decided I'm just going to stay. I'm going to go through the legal process. I'm going to, tell the police while the story's fresh so I don't, mix up my words or forget key facts. And I had nothing to hide or be ashamed of because, in my eyes, I was protecting myself and my family.
When's the last conversation you had with state police?
The day of the incident. I planned on calling them today because I figured if anything was going to be happening, it would probably be today.
Were you concerned that they could charge both of you, sir?
If they do and they feel like that's the right thing to do, then I'll get a lawyer and I'll, defend myself. But, I'm going to leave it in God's hands.
Are you surprised or even shocked by two things? That well over 1 million people have watched this, and number two, that people have said some heinous things about you. Heinous.
I'm surprised it has gotten this much attention. I'm not surprised about all the heinous things people say. We live in a really polarized society, and a lot of people like to jump to conclusions without having all the information.
It's true.
And, so it doesn't really surprise me. The Internet's a crazy place. Once you get out there, it's the wild, wild west. So it doesn't really surprise me. I'm just in fear of my safety. And I feel like people deserve to know my side of the story, not just judging it based on a 20-second video clip.
By the way,
this was an over an hour ordeal.
By the way, you're 100% right. You're 100% right. And that's why you reached out, because my post had you beating that guy and made you the bad guy or inferred that you were the bad guy, and you had to correct that, did you not, sir?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Your wife's upset with you?
Very. She's not into violence or public attention, and the fact that I participated in violence and then caused so much negative public attention, it's just like kind of a double whammy. And anybody with a good wife knows you get the wrong type of attention, you're going to be in the doghouse for a while. So
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the truth. I appreciate you stepping up. I appreciate you responding. I appreciate you reaching out to me. Stay on top of this.
Absolutely.
I want the whole story, and I'm damn glad you reached out, my man. It took a lot of courage. Good luck, Tom.
Thank you.
By the way,
have a good one.
It's also indicative of how dangerous it can be on the roads these days, isn't it?
100%.
Scary as hell.
And my advice to anybody out there that might find themselves in a similar situation, use my incident as an example. Try to contact police. Don't try to engage in a physical confrontation. I could have gotten hurt. The older gentleman could have gotten hurt. There could have been a car accident. It's not the right thing to do. I regret it. It's embarrassing, and I would do anything almost to take that back. So
appreciate you, Tom.
All right, thanks, Jerry.
Talk to you. Whoa. It's a hell of a story. Hell of a story, and I appreciate him telling it. I really do.
When sinusitis has your nose constantly blocked, life can feel smaller. You're stuck breathing through your mouth, which leads to sleep struggles, snoring that keeps your whole family up, fatigue, and more. The mornings start groggy, the days drag on, and it feels like nothing really helps for long. At Pittsburgh Sinus Centers, relief isn't just one size fits all. Their specialists use a wide range of innovative in-office treatments designed around you, designed to open your sinuses, restore natural breathing, and help you finally sleep through the night. You don't have to keep pushing through. If you're tired of the congestion, the pressure, and the endless cycle of sprays and pills that aren't providing relief, discover a treatment option that works for you at Pittsburgh Sinus Centers. Breathe easier, sleep better, and start feeling like yourself again. Schedule a consultation today. Call Pittsburgh Sinus Centers, 878-231-6036. 878-231-6036. That's 878-231-6036.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
Did you know that the only cause of mesothelioma is exposure to asbestos? Did you know that many local area tradesmen were exposed to asbestos and didn't even know it? The sad reality is asbestos-related diseases are often fatal, yet entirely preventable. Pittsburgh-based Goldberg, Persky, and White understands the complexities of asbestos exposure and are dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve. GPW can't change the past, but we'll work to transform your future. Call 1-800-COMPLEX to learn more.
Hey, I'm Sam.
And I'm Calvin.
With Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. You ever wait way too long for a haircut and finally get one and think, why didn't I do that months ago?
Oh yeah. Suddenly you're walking taller, smiling bigger, and feeling like a new person.
That's exactly what it feels like when you finally replace that old roof or deck. You don't realize how bad it looked or how much better it could be until it's done.
And when it is, your whole house feels fresh again.
Give your home that clean-cut confidence with a new deck, roof, or siding project.
Call the Cousins.
Call the Cousins.
the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 73 degrees and cloudy at 10:30. I'm Margot Rensel. The United States blockade of the Strait of Hormuz is now in effect. It took effect at 10 a.m., with the U.S. threatening any large energy-carrying ships, especially from entering or exiting the small water pathway for those ships around Iran. CBS News senior foreign correspondent Elizabeth Palmer is following the showdown from Tel Aviv.
The Revolutionary Guards have said if any military vessels, and you know they mean American warships, approach the Straits of Hormuz, it will be considered a violation of the ceasefire, and they'll be dealt with firmly and severely. But they don't say what that means.
Port Authority police are investigating a fight involving juveniles on a Pittsburgh Regional Transit bus on Friday. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has those details.
Pittsburgh Regional Transit says an investigation is underway after a video circulating online shows several juveniles involved in a physical altercation on a PRT bus. The footage appears to show multiple people yelling inside the bus before one person punches another, triggering a larger fight. Several individuals then move off the bus during the incident. In a statement to KDKA Radio, PRT says this type of behavior is not representative of the community and will not be tolerated. Officials emphasize that the safety of riders and operators remains the agency's top priority. PRT adds it will continue taking appropriate steps to ensure its vehicles remain safe spaces for everyone who relies on public transit. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
We're 10 days away from the NFL draft coming to Pittsburgh. On the Big K Morning Show, Mayor Corey O'Connor says there's a feeling in the air, a momentum that Pittsburghers haven't felt in a long time.
You know, the Pirates are doing well. Penguins are in the playoffs. Everybody's really excited. The weather is going to break this week, so I think it's a good time, and I think everything is lined up for this to be a great NFL draft.
He says everything is opening on time, and there will be more groundbreakings throughout the week. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 190 points, the Nasdaq is up 46 points, and the S&P is up 4 points. KDK Radio News Time is 10:32. Our next update at 11 on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Money, sponsored by Ethos.
When you serve as someone's mentor, you are making an investment with a limitless return.
I cannot think of any one particular thing that costs nothing for a business and pays off so well as a mentor-mentee relationship.
Rick Cobb of the workplace consulting firm 2Discern says corporate mentorship programs make good business sense.
It reduces your cost of hire, your cost of retention.
I'm Rob Hart.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/protect. ethos.com/protect. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
So I'm outside looking at the house. It's spring. You know, you got to do the yard and all that stuff. And I'm sitting there looking at our bay window, and it needs replaced. And I'm thinking, wow, the timing. Woo! Universal Windows Direct. This, my friends, is the time. This, my friends, is the deal. 2 windows, get 2 free. 24 months, no payments, no interest. Unbelievable. $500 bonus off your home improvement project. Even better. 412-543-6003. 412-543-6003. Buy 2, get 2 free. No payments, no interest. For 24 months. $500 off your project. You know, you'll be saying, I love my windows. Amazing stuff.
Been 30 time, would have been 30, no, would have been 30, being 30, been 29. If that'll help, been 29,000.
Get ready to bid on the equipment you need in the Ritchie Brothers Northeast Regional Auction on May 5th. Inventory is housed at locations in Pittsburgh, North Franklin, and Northeast Maryland, with in-person inspections available. Bid on a wide selection of construction and transportation equipment. Don't miss this great opportunity. Visit rbauction.com/Pittsburgh to sign up. Again, that's rbauction.com/Pittsburgh.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
Now, what's up, Marty, is we have some daylight work crews out and about on the Parkway West, and they are slowing your go right around the I-79 interchange. And once you get past that, things roll well down past Carnegie now, and then on the front side of Green Tree Hill, you're getting in line with some slow-go traffic, beginning at that Parkway Central Mall on-ramp before the Fort Pitt tunnels. Wanted to give you the heads up about a project that kicks off tonight. This is in Bethel Park. 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. You're going to find a single alternating lane of traffic on your weeknights starting tonight on Stoltz Road. So that's between Library Road and Berryman Road. Crews will be doing some pipe drainage installation work there through early May. So plan accordingly. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A shower in places through early afternoon, otherwise cloudy to at times partly sunny, breezy and unseasonably warm with a high of 77. Tonight, mostly cloudy and balmy. There can be a shower, though 62. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast.
Pump up the volume.
When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell. Licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
There's this phenomenon. It's actually bizarre. There's a couple things here. Krause's folks have these satellite system set up where they allow people to get gun permits, and it's absolutely a fabulous idea because then you don't have to drive downtown. There's no hassle. It's actually run marvelously by the Sheriff's Department. Pushing a record number went to Monroeville and got these permits over the weekend, more than 1,200. And then you tie it in with this fear factor in America with folks afraid. Honestly, they're all getting guns. And this phenomenon that's old of door kicking. So last week, we had a pastor on, my boy from the Rocks, Hogan, who said cops told him and told residents to tell their damn kids, don't kick people's doors and run like it's fun. Don't ring a doorbell like it's fun. And they pointed out several incidents where people have actually shot through the doors, and an incident in Texas where a young man was killed. When I was young, when Krause was young, we did this stuff. Sometimes an old fart would yell through the door. Sometimes grandma would yell, but no one shot you. But the game has changed. The culture has changed. The dynamic has changed. And the fear factor has changed. And the sheriff, who's very proactive, wants you to know that. And so do I. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good, Marty. How are you this morning?
Kind of summed it up, didn't it, sir? That this dynamic of when we were kids and did this when it was funny and cute isn't cute anymore, sir. It's potentially dangerous, isn't it?
It's extremely dangerous. And, yeah, it's not like the old days where you might toilet paper your buddy's house or something, like that. I mean, there's this new increasing trend that's gone viral on social media platforms that challenges and encourages kids, teenagers to go up to someone's house, kick their door as hard as they can, and run.
Mm-hmm.
That inherently creates a very dangerous situation.
Which, by the way, Sheriff, sounds stupid because we did it for decades, but that has changed dramatically. Why is it dangerous now, sir?
Well, I just think as culture has evolved, people absolutely want to protect themselves, their families. And if somebody would potentially kick your front door in, people are allowed under the Pennsylvania Castle Doctrine to use force, and if reasonably articulated, even deadly force. So if a kid just thinks it's a meaningless, funny prank, or a group of kids, and they do this, and something turns completely tragic, that's what I would agree with what you said earlier. Parents need to be mindful of this. They need to recognize it, and they need to have serious conversations with their kids to not get involved in this type of activity.
It's amazing we're having this talk. Sheriff, you and I have known each other more than 20 years, and, man, I had Pastor James Hogan on the air from the Rocks last week. He said it's happening in the Rocks. These kids are doing this, and they're jeopardizing their lives. And you're hearing of other incidents of this kids just pranking around, ringing a doorbell, kicking a door. But you literally reached out and said, I got to tell people to beware. This could result in a shooting. Yes, sir? Yes, sir?
That's absolutely correct. I mean, I know one night it happened to me and my wife. Our door came flying open, and I went downstairs while she was on the phone with 911 thinking someone entered our house.
Right.
And, I mean, that's a scary feeling.
It is, sir.
When you're grabbing a firearm. I grabbed a firearm. I went down. I ended clearing the house. The police came, and, yeah, I mean, certainly if your door is kicked or comes flying open, I mean, you expect somebody's entering your home to with the intent to do harm. And that's when things can get really ugly if a meaningless, funny prank goes completely sideways.
And it also ties in, sir, but I love these satellite situations you have set up where folks can get permits. And in Monroeville, more than 1,200 people showed up. Tying in with this, more and more Americans believe they need to learn to defend themselves. You're feeling that, aren't you, sir?
Yeah, we see it. We hear it. We had an event in Monroeville on Saturday, and we issued over 1,200 license to carry permits. And, I mean, the lines were around the building.
I saw that, Sheriff. Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's their constitutional right, and it's our duty to provide a service, for, gun owners that are legally able to carry concealed are able to do that.
I'm with you, sir. And thanks for the warning. It means a lot. The game has changed, sir, hasn't it?
Yeah, it
has.
With everything going on, people are concerned and want to be prepared if they have to be legally.
Sheriff Krause, thanks, sir.
Thanks, Marty.
Tell your kids or grandkids, don't do it. It sounds stupid, sounds innocent, but don't do it. An older gentleman killed a young kid in Texas who was just simply knocking on his door.
Time now for an update from the KDKA Draft Information Desk, powered by Bowser Chevrolet and brought to you by Generator Supercenter of Pittsburgh.
As Ellen has been reporting, the Parkway North ramp to the North Shore closed last night and will stay closed until the NFL draft is over. Next week, it will be very hard to get to the North Shore. Next Monday, PennDOT announced a closure of the upper deck of the Fort Duquesne Bridge on the northbound side of the Parkway North. That's only in the left-hand ramp towards the North Shore. Also, the 279 and 579 HOV lanes will be closed to all traffic to accommodate only buses and emergency vehicles next week. Wednesday of next week is where closures ramp up and are as follows. Southbound Route 65 ramp to the Fort Duquesne Bridge. The northbound lane of the Parkway North or the Fort Duquesne Bridge ramp to the northbound Route 65 and Liberty Avenue to 376. So keep it right here to KDKA Radio as we will continue to report closures and how to get around them. From the KDKA Draft Information Desk, I'm Margot Rensel.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up is we're getting reports of an accident in Oakland, Marty. So Forbes Avenue in the 5500 block near the intersection with Beeler Street is where you'll find some crews rolling up on the scene, and you certainly could find some slowdowns around that. So heads up. You'll keep your head up and watch for the brake lights on the Parkway West, and it's easy to spot them. They stack for you before the top of Green Tree Hill, all the way down to and through the Fort Pitt tunnels. Behind the Liberty tunnels, good news, just traffic light delays on 51 and 19. Parkway East on the inbound ride is slow go for you at Edgewood Swissvale. And we have some sluggish traffic north and southbound on 65 Ohio River Boulevard for daylight road restrictions just north of the McKees Rocks Bridge. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
We had a furnace guy, stranger, come to our house, and he said it would be $300 to fix a part that was broken. This is a true story. I called 2D's people, 2D Mechanical. They came to the house, fixed the part, didn't need to replace it. They're that good. They're that professional. 2D Mechanical works to make you happy. The best service, the best training, the best pricing I've ever seen in my life. 2D Mechanical, 412-771-4100. Check them out.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for everyone. We're proud to offer high-quality, rechargeable hearing aids starting at just $98. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and hear the difference today by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
I have serious problems with my voice. Cancer-related stuff. I end up with probably the best speech therapist, surgeon, doctor in the world at UPMC. Spent 2 days with them. Different breathing, different medications. And you probably noticed my voice has been better than ever for the last 2 weeks. My point is, when you get engaged with UPMC, they make sure you're okay. Life-saving, life-changing information. UPMC. Love it.
April is here and everything is in bloom, including savings at Bowser Hyundai. The 2026 Hyundai Tucson all-wheel drive brings versatility to your ride, and right now at Bowser Hyundai, the #1 volume Hyundai dealer in Pittsburgh, you can get the Tucson SE with 0% APR for 60 months or get rebates up to $3,000. And don't forget, all new Hyundais come with Hyundai Assurance that are backed by America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000 miles, powertrain limited warranty. So don't wait. Get to BowserHyundai.com today. Based on 2025 year-end and January 2026 sales results, tax, title, and fees not included. Dealer doc fee of $490 applies. 24 months, 7,500 miles per year with $2,999 due at signing with credit approval and financing through HMFC. Offer ends May 3rd, 2026.
Oh, that's the power of Bowser.
BowserHyundai.com. Bowser Hyundai, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
Here's your Jill on Money question of the day.
Ronald from Buffalo asks, my wife and I are both 75, and we've got fixed income of $7,000 each month. Our monthly expenses run about $6,000. We're debt-free and have over $1 million in various retirement accounts. Is there anything we should be doing differently? The retirement accounts are in balanced portfolios. Ronald, let's not look to fix something that isn't broken. You guys seem to be beyond set, which is incredible. You've got more money than you'll likely ever need. So congratulations on doing a good job. Just enjoy it.
Have a question? Go to JillOnMoney.com.
One thing is very clear.
CBS Mornings is clearly fun.
Watching Rocky with Rocky.
Good morning, good vibes.
Gail came in singing for me today. CBS Mornings.
Weekdays at 7.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Krause is cool. I want to mention a couple things. You have to assume or presume that the world has changed, and that's just the way it is. When I was a kid, we did all that crap. We did. We rang doorbells, we kicked doors, we put poop in bags and lit them on fire. We were jerks. I'm not saying we weren't. I'm not saying it's cool, but we did it, and we never got shot. Shocking. But there are cases around the country, to Krause's point, that people have been shot and killed. Young boy. You know, I'm not a big believer in that everybody should have a gun. And I'm not judging, but Krause is right again. Lines around the block in Monroeville for folks desperate to get a handgun. I don't understand it. Why you're so afraid. I just don't. I don't judge. And a bigger issue is no one gets training. Well, they say 3 to 5% get training. And then Patrick pulled some numbers which were astounding in terms of the prevalence of the numbers surrounding all these issues. Lay them out, my man. It's kind of shocking.
Yeah, so I looked at the last 20 years, and 20 years ago there were maybe, I think it was 8,000 license to carry applications. The numbers they say now are like 60,000.
Makes sense.
This is Allegheny County alone.
Makes sense.
So,
Makes sense.
20 years ago, 20% roughly households in Allegheny County had firearms of some sort. Now the number is closer to 40%.
Really?
Yeah.
I believe that. Which raises issue number 700. I highly recommend, because the gun guys do and the cops do, when you're taking your kids to someone's house, you have to ask them if they have guns in the house. And I got to commend Tom, the guy who was in the Parkway video, Route 28 video, that reached well over 1 million people, for having the courage to come on here and tell that story. And Krause said it, the sheriff, and Tom said it, and several cops I talked to said, and so did Patrick. Thank goodness no one had a gun, because someone would have been dead. Hindsight is 20/20. But if you listen to him, you wish you would have handled it differently. And there is a window, and I'm not judging, and I'm not a cop, and I'm certainly not a DA. There is a window that could allow cops to charge him with assault. And he knows that. I don't know what the hell I would do if that happened to me. If the way he tells it, if that's how it happened, I would probably be in the same situation. If a guy reached through a window and grabbed me and threatened to kill me, and my wife was in the car, I would get out. Would I kick his ass? I don't know. I am not going to play macho at this time. But I'll tell you what it does. When I get in a road rage incident like that, I slow down. I go all wimp. I do, man. I pull off to the side. I ignore the person. If they want to pass, I let them pass. I am way past the pump my brakes, give you the finger routine. What happens with men, happens with me, is you immediately get hot. You immediately want to kick his ass. You immediately want to give him the finger. You immediately want to tell him to F off. But you can't. Because if you do, you're going to have some choices to make, as Tom did. And he ended up knocking someone out. He punched the guy 3 or 4 times. Then he kicked him in the head, and the guy was unconscious. Once the man woke up from whatever state he was in, his face was swollen, according to witness, and bloody, and he left the scene. Here's what I do know. State police are investigating this incident. They found the man. There is an allegation that there may have been alcohol involved, that there may have been alcoholic beverages in the car. We don't know. If you can, and Tom admits this, avoid that scenario at all costs. Donna, go ahead. Thanks for your patience.
Sure, no problem, Marty. This Saturday, we have a class called Women on Target.
Nice,
so
nice.
I'm really hoping to encourage these women to take the class. I'm serving as a range safety officer, but the other instructor, you've talked to Anita. So I just will encourage those women to come back every week, practice what you've learned. Can I tell you one thing, because I know you have to go.
Sorry.
I took this home defense class. You better be really sure what you're doing, because all the macho talk about, drag them in the house, it's all bull. You have to know what you're doing. If they steal your television, you got to let them take it. You don't want to kill someone over a television.
And hold on, Donna.
People don't realize.
Let's be clear. You can't shoot and kill a kid through your door. You can't.
No. You're right. You're absolutely right, Marty.
I love you.
So people don't realize the law. The book is home defense, and you got to read the book if you're going to have a handgun. Can I tell you one thing? I know you've got to go. It's a home defense class. The state trooper told a story about a guy got stopped, and he said, "Officer, I have a .357 in my glove box. I got my shotgun in the back, and I got a 22 on my hip." And the police officer said, "Sir, what are you so afraid of?" He said, "Not a damn thing." God, he'd make you smile.
Donna's a rock star, man.
When you need to know, depend on the news leader. At home, in your car, or at work. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM, AM 1020, and KDKARadio.com.
Is your roof ready for April rain? Call Home Genius Exteriors now and get 50% off all roofing materials with 0% APR and no payments till 2027. Plus, get free gutters with your new roof. Call now to schedule your free, no-obligation roof and attic inspection from one of our experts. Call Home Genius Exteriors now at 855-U-R-GENIUS. That's 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. See website for details.
At Perry Calder, the law firm, they have AI, all right, but it's attorney intelligence. John Perry is one of my close friends. I have brought family and friends into his office. They have doctors on staff to investigate some of the biggest settlements in Pennsylvania. They care and they win. At Perry Calder, they make sure that you're taken care of. Perry Calder, 412-281-4200. Perry Calder, 412-281-4200. 4200. AI, all right. Attorney intelligence. Check them out. Man, my friends at NASCO Roofing, they're out working in this weather, fixing damage from these storms. My man James from Lower Borough called them, and they're on it. Did work on his home. He had them do his mother's roof as well. James loved NASCO's quality work and appreciated NASCO working with his insurance company to get everything approved. NASCO is wonderful. They've satisfied thousands like James. Get NASCO on your roof. Call NASCO Roofing, 412-373-2000, 412-373-2000. Most jobs done in a day. Special financing available. NASCO Roofing, NASCO.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 74 degrees and mostly cloudy at 11 o'clock. I'm Margot Rensel. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. Need a new roof or just want to repair a small leak? Trust PJ.com. A Carmichael's man is dead after an accident involving a motorcycle and a vehicle on Route 21 in Jefferson Township, Greene County on Saturday night. 30-year-old Joshua Brown died in the accident. State police say he was wearing a helmet at the time. The driver of the vehicle involved and his passenger did not suffer any injuries. Port Authority police are investigating a fight involving juveniles on a Pittsburgh Regional Transit bus on Friday. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has the details.
Pittsburgh Regional Transit says an investigation is underway after a video circulating online shows several juveniles involved in a physical altercation on a PRT bus. The footage appears to show multiple people yelling inside the bus before one person punches another, triggering a larger fight. Several individuals then move off the bus during the incident. In a statement to KDKA Radio, PRT says this type of behavior is not representative of the community and will not be tolerated. Officials emphasize that the safety of riders and operators remains the agency's top priority. PRT adds it will continue taking appropriate steps to ensure its vehicles remain safe spaces for everyone who relies on public transit. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
It's almost draft time in Pittsburgh, 10 more days to be exact, and all the improvements being made to the city are nearly complete. Mayor Corey O'Connor says the best part for Pittsburghers is that we get to keep all those improvements long after the draft is over.
We have a brand new Market Square. We have Arts Landing. You know, the Point, the fountain was renovated. So all of those things that were built for the draft, we're going to have the benefits for years to come.
Mayor O'Connor was Larry's guest on the Big K Morning Show. Unusually warm weather for mid-April. The forecast this week calls for temps in the upper 70s and 80s. Just how unusual is that?
Temperatures are around 10 degrees higher than our normal high temperatures for this time of year. And it looks like we continue that trend throughout much of the week with temperatures 20 to 30 degrees above normal.
That's National Weather Service meteorologist Colton Milcarrick. He calls it the first hot spell of the season. He says the best chances of breaking the record highs are on Wednesday and Thursday, with there being a 40% chance of rain each day. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 202 points. The NASDAQ is up 76 points, and the S&P is up 7 points. KDKA Sports, the Pirates will host the Nationals tonight at PNC Park. Paul Skeens gets the start, and the first pitch is at 6:40. KDKA Radio News Time is 11:03. It's time to call One Health Benefits at 724-799-8873 for the best affordable health insurance plans tailored to your needs. It's 74 degrees and mostly cloudy in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast is next.
The amount of compensation received from a lung cancer or mesothelioma lawsuit varies. But at Pittsburgh-based Goldberg, Persky & White, the goal is simple. Maximize your recovery and ensure you receive the full compensation you deserve. Asbestos manufacturers spent decades concealing the dangers of asbestos exposure, and today, many suffering from lung cancer or mesothelioma are fighting back. You are not alone in this fight. Call GPW today at 1-800-COMPLEX to learn more.
April's the perfect time to refresh your home with beautiful custom window treatments from Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory. Lachina makes custom products in their own Pittsburgh factory. 60 years of quality craftsmanship, draperies, blinds, shades, shutters, and upholstery. Low factory direct prices. Go to LachinaDrapery.com, shop Lachina's free shop at home service. Visit their showrooms or call 412-665-4900. Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory. Quality you deserve, prices you'll appreciate.
What do you do when the power goes out for an hour, a day, a week? How long can you go without light, heat, your refrigerator? How long before pipes burst, food goes bad? With a Generac home standby generator from Generator Supercenter of Pittsburgh, when your power is out, your Generac is on. It's that simple. Generator Supercenter of Pittsburgh always has generators in stock and technicians that can install and maintain them. Visit GeneratorSupercenterofPittsburgh.com to get started.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty, is we have another accident to add to the roster for folks here. This is as you're traveling through busy Collier Township on equally busy Washington Pike, Route 50, right at the intersection with the ramps to I-79. We have crews dispatched to the scene. Some have already just rolled up on scene, so you watch for slow-go traffic there. Looks like we have sluggish traffic not due to an accident, but due to daylight work crews as you're traveling I-79 northbound as you approach the Bridgeville interchange. So do watch out for that and plan accordingly for your travels this morning. Parkway West on the inbound side is heavy most of the way down the front side of the hill. The backups are really heaviest beginning at that Parkway Center Mall on-ramp before the Fort Pitt tunnels. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Cloudy to at times partly sunny, breezy and warm for the rest of today. A brief shower or two in the area through early afternoon, the high reaching 77. Tonight, mostly cloudy and mild with a shower, low 62. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
You know the rush when you reach that goal, when something you've worked for pays off. That's success. At University of Maryland Global Campus, we believe you should never stop chasing it. That's why we offer a skills-based education that helps move your career forward. Learn how to apply emerging technologies like AI and data science. Build your leadership and critical thinking skills. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start May 13th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by SHAV.
Progressive's Home Quote Explorer helps you easily find and buy the right coverage for you. It's everything you've always wanted. Well, I mean, as far as a website that lets you shop, quote, and buy insurance in one place. But hey, maybe that is everything you've always wanted. Yeah, people have different types of dreams. And if all you've ever been searching for is a website that helps you choose home insurance rates and coverage, boy, do we have great news about Progressive's Home Quote Explorer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
When I was a lad, growing up down Shady Side, Groovy Side we call it now, Pittsburgh was ballpark 600,000 people. Then everything collapsed. We lost over 100,000 jobs in a 10-year window. It was insane. I was out in Oklahoma, in California, in Texas working when it happened, but it happened. And now we kind of hang around 300,000. And the theory is, and the math is, the actuarial numbers say that we can get to an even point, revenue-wise, in the city if we can attract 30,000 people, which is a hell of a lot, considering we're losing population. So what would you think about, and by the way, I like this idea. I think it's cool and groovy. And what would you think about paying people to stay? Not pay to play, pay to stay. Couple ideas, couple cities doing it. West Virginia, Ascend, West Virginia. They pay you $12,000. How about that? Free workspace in Morgantown and Eastern Panhandle. Alabama, the Shoals. $10,000. If you earn over $52,000 a year, to move to Northwest Alabama. Rochester, New York. Incentives from $10,000 to $19,000. If you're a remote worker and you move to New York, makes sense. Texarkana, Arkansas, and Texas, $5,000. And college tuition benefits. How about that? Got to stay a year, 2 years sometimes. Got to try to buy a house. How about that? And Tulsa, Oklahoma, $10,000. 36-month co-working membership. Topeka, Kansas, up to $15,000. How about that? Should we pay to have them stay? My man, one of my favorite people on earth, the brilliant Brandon McGinley with the Post-Gazette. Brother man, jump in here, man.
Marty, how you doing?
This is fascinating.
Yeah. No, it's interesting. It's interesting, and I don't know about the details of each and every one of those programs, but the two that I was looking up and that we wrote about at the Post-Gazette over the weekend was Tulsa, and then Detroit is launching something similar. And in both of those cases, it's not public money.
That's right.
Detroit is a kind of consortium of foundations and corporations, actually, for-profit corporations pitching in to something called Move Detroit, whereas in Tulsa, it's, I think, largely one big local foundation that's funding it. And the Tulsa one goes back to 2019, so it's pre-COVID. It's specifically about remote workers. And they've gotten over 3,000 people to move to Tulsa. And I think the number was 70 to 80% tend to stay at least 2 years. So it's not like they're taking the $10,000 and running. They're becoming part of the community. And while some do, decide it's not for them, a large number do stick around because they put down roots.
My man, I lived in Tulsa and loved it. But it's one of those towns, it's hard to attract new residents. And if Pittsburgh wants to attract 30,000 more, brother, they better do something, my man, because it ain't just happening.
Yeah. And I know that there are structural problems. I think the biggest argument against this is like, well, even if we're going to take private or foundation money and put it into, offering a $10,000 incentive to become an artist in Lawrenceville or to be to build out an old house so that you can settle into a inexpensive home and maybe start a business, that we have structural problems, so that's where that money should be going. And I'm open to that argument. I mean, but the thing is that one of the best ways to generate new revenues, and at least as importantly, new ideas, is to invite new people in. And I think sometimes we think that because we love Pittsburgh so much, that its charms are absolutely obvious to everybody. But it's not necessarily the case. Sometimes you gotta grease some palms to get people to decide they want to give it a try.
Well, there's several issues here, and it's not that difficult to figure this crap out. Look at the places with immense growth. They have extremely low taxes, job opportunities, and most people get tired of the weather, which we can't do anything about.
Can't change that one. Yeah,
but we can offer hope, and we can offer opportunity, can we not, sir?
Yeah, we can offer opportunity, and we can like signal that we want you to come here, that we're willing to make it somewhere, that we're willing to make it easier. Because I mean, I don't know our situation is closer to Detroit than Tulsa. Tulsa's actually been growing. It's growing, it's plateaued, but it's slowed down. But it had been growing. But like a $10,000 or $15,000 incentive, what a lot of that's going to go to is, we say we have very affordable housing, but a lot of that housing, I mean, I know I live in the city. A lot of it, sure, you can get a 3-bedroom house for $150,000, but there's going to be $40,000 of work.
Hell yeah.
To turn it into something you want to live in. So that kind of thing, and it is where I imagine a lot of this incentive ends up going. And it's responsive to just the reality on the ground that like affordability and affordability is only part of the equation when you have one of the oldest housing stocks in America.
My man, the other thing that's happening, I know you know this immigration thing, we have no one coming here now because everybody's afraid, and we have negative growth in an area where we saw growth. So we can't count on that even, sir, can we?
So the mathematical thing is that we are the only city of this size in America, only region of this size in America, that has substantial negative natural population growth. So, in other words, there are more deaths than births.
That's right.
Almost every other region of the country at least has more births than deaths. So even if migration, both domestic, that is to say people moving from within the country, or international, even if that dried up, they'd still be growing. We need that migration so we aren't shrinking dramatically. The natural population decline is over 2% a year. That is incredible. Like it's not over 2% per year. It's the numbers escaping my mind, but it's substantial, such that if you were to not have new migration, you would literally see within a century or so this place cease to exist. So the amount that we need to be drawing people in to overcome that kind of population pyramid issue where there's just not enough young people, and specifically not enough young people staying in this region with their children.
And even if we can get a census that said we got 400 more people if we can offer that hope and an increase, it makes a tremendous difference to the ego of the area, does it not, sir?
So the city over the past 4 or 5 years has actually seen census estimates go up by a few thousand. But the rest of the region has declined, which is a bit of a surprise because between 2010 and 2020, it was the first time in like 50 years that the whole region actually saw an increase. I think it was 0.6%. But has reversed, and the main reason is that I think the city is more or less bottomed out, but there are lots of parts of this region, and this distinguishes us from somewhere like Detroit, where most of their problems are contained within the city. We have the river valleys, we have the Mon Valley, we have the Allegheny Valley. We have all these areas that have not yet bottomed out, and so when it comes to population for the whole region, that is actually kind of the biggest drag in terms of the raw numbers of people.
Brandon McGinley, Post-Gazette, brilliant, sir. Pay to stay.
Yeah.
Thanks, my man.
Thanks, appreciate it, Marty.
I'd do it. I'd help raise the money. Patrick, what do you think? Your initial take, brother?
I mean, I would love to see something done.
Something. Like, there's 8,000 vacant homes. So I give you $15,000, and then I give you a $10,000 grant to fix up the house. What I'm suggesting is someone better do something, because a miracle ain't happening. Support Pay to Stay, folks. 866-391-1020. Would you support Pay to Stay? 866-391-1020 from the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center. AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
And Marty, what's up is we have an accident in Collier Township. Lots of crews on the scene on the very busy intersection of Washington Pike, Route 50, right at those ramps to I-79. There's a traffic signal there at that big intersection and lots of slowdowns around it because of that accident cleanup. So do leave extra time as you travel there. Parkway West on the inbound side, a little bit slow go at times as you approach the Fort Pitt tunnels. Right around the runaway truck sand piles where you really start to step on the brakes there. And heading through the west end, you will also find some slowdowns. They are doing some bridge inspection activities today until about 3 p.m. and you could find some lane restrictions there. Of course, there are lots of elevated structures that need to be inspected as you come into that West End Circle area. So just be prepared for some extra time there. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
This is the highlight of my morning. Hey, what's up? It's Island.
And I'm Josh.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Biscuit is that it's our go-to morning comfort.
You've got that nice golden fluffy egg.
With a soft, flaky biscuit.
Crispy bacon.
Melty cheese.
You want something quick, you want something convenient, but most of all, you want something good.
There's no better way to start your morning.
There we go.
Start off the morning with a Chick-fil-A Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Biscuit with Simply Orange Juice. Order on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-909-9696. 800-909-9696.
Perry Calder, AI, not artificial intelligence, attorney intelligence. Perry Calder, the law firm.
Growing a brand is hard, but reaching the right customers shouldn't be. Meet Outcomes from Viant. We've built an intelligent platform that handles the complexity of digital advertising for you. Powered by advanced AI, we help your brand show up in the right places at the right time and ensure that every dollar you spend leads to a real business result. It's smarter advertising made simple. Visit Viant.ai.
It's Deck Days at Lowe's, and the savings are stacked. Right now, pros get 15% off all in-stock composite decking from top brands like Trex, TimberTech, and Decorators. Plus, get a free DeWalt 20-volt max 5-amp-hour battery when you buy a select DeWalt tool. The deck's stacked in your favor with brands pros trust. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 4/22 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
You know, I met two women who are nurses full-time in Pittsburgh. Graduated from CCAC with no debt, zero. You know, I met two young ladies at Pitt Now juniors brought 2 years of credits from CCAC, $2,000 in total debt. You know, 80% of CCA students have no debt. More than 100 programs. And registration for fall opens April 11th. CCAC rocks, folks. Check it out.
Hey, this is Lisa with Nest Expressions Window Fashions. My South Hills Hunter Douglas Gallery in McMurray will be opening soon, so book your free shop at home consultation at nestexpressions.com.
Hear about it, then talk about it. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
We're desperate. I'm just telling you. We're desperate. Pittsburgh has a horrible problem with population growth. And so the notion is that if we have to come up with funding to pay people to move here, we should. I would do it tomorrow. I would do anything. And then once they're here, we have to offer them affordable housing. I get so tired of this narrative that Pittsburgh is cheap to live in. Tell me where? Huh? Where? I don't know. Where? I grew up here. I know every neighborhood, and I see housing. It's insane. $250,000 average price in Pittsburgh, which is insane, which is, by the way, about half of what it is in America. So that's why they say it's cheaper to live here. My man Patrick was just in Arizona looking at homes. The median price, hold your breath, $968,000. That's just not manageable for most Americans. But getting back to where we live, I've done this math for you 1,000 times, and the real estate people get all their underwear in a wad when I tell the damn truth. Tell me where a couple lives that makes $100,000 in this town. Where? Where's that house? I'm ready. Where? Because that's a house that you can afford about $200,000. So you want a decent school. So where's that? You want a decent house. There is nothing like that in these really kind of cool North Hills type neighborhoods, Bethel Park type. No, there's nothing for $150,000 or $200,000. There just isn't. So someone has to come up with a plan that has multiple facets. So I say to you, hey, young couple, move to Pittsburgh. We will give you this beat-up house in this decent neighborhood. Then we will give you grants to remodel that house. You get to keep the house because we were going to tear it down. And then we'll give you $15,000 to stay there for at least 2 years. Cool. Otherwise, what you end up with is what we have now, rich people. There are a lot of rich people here. Are you guys out and about? They live in Highland Park. But even Highland Park, $700,000? Seriously, man. Check out Squirrel Hill, which I love, Squirrel Hill. If a house is on the market in Squirrel Hill for $500,000, it's gone in 3 days. Lebo, my neighborhood. Lebo's averaging about $400,000, and that's kind of a fixer-upper. Heather Abraham, wonderful young lady, KDKA TV, wanted to live in Lebo, couldn't find a house for under $550,000 that didn't need 4 new bathrooms. She's not a prude or a snob. She's a wonderful person with a husband who's a firefighter. One of my boys, McKees Rocks or McKeesport, $150,000. Help me. So my point is, someone better do something, because what we end up doing is kicking the friggin' can down the road. And so for those who think this is outlandish to offer people money to move here, you're wrong. There has to be a plan, a magnificent plan to bring people here to live in the city. And then once you're in the city, do you want to send your kids to the schools? Huh? Have you seen the test scores? They're horrible. So then you're thinking, so now I have this $350,000 house kind of sort of in Regent Square, which, by the way, is really cool. But a house in Regent Square right now, $400,000, $450,000, right, Patrick?
Yeah, absolutely.
Aspenwall, $350,000, $400,000.
Yeah.
And by the way,
And 10 years ago, it was 120.
Thank you. Dormont, which I love. Ton of cool restaurants. $250, $300, kind of sort of gets you a nice spot in Dormont. $300. So to pay for a house that's $300,000 in Dormont, you got to make $150,000. Who does? I'm just telling you. Somebody better wrap their arms around the big picture and not just say, well, we got to create new jobs. The dynamic is complex. And by the way, it's all over America. There was a piece on CBS yesterday. The average home in America has increased in value by 50% in 5 years. It's up to $460,000. No one listening to this show right now can pay for a $500,000 home. You got to make $250,000, maybe $300,000. Who makes that? Who do you know? I don't know. It's a disaster. So what we could do, you move here, we give you $15,000, we give you this house that you fix up, and we give you grants to do that, and then you stay here and play here, and we pay you to do that. If that's shameful, I got no problem with being ashamed to help Pittsburgh grow. I love this town. I would do anything to help. But we can't go through life with blinders on, thinking that someday everybody's just going to move back here. It ain't happening. It just isn't happening. We need a master plan. We need master minds behind that plan. And we need hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars. And that's before we even get to the communities like Clairton. Come on, man. Rankin. Seriously. That's before we even start there. It's absolutely insane. Hey, it's Marty. Are you tired of pain or fear of falling that's holding you back, struggling with balance, neuropathy, or joint pain? At Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, physical therapy is done differently because you are different. Folks, this place is amazing. I've seen it firsthand. Shoulder pain, knee pain, balance issues. They attack it and work it, and it works. Call today. Monroeville Physical, F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, 412-457-8200.
Time to bring some fresh colors to your home. Call Serta Pro Painters. Hi, this is Larry Richard. Indoors, outdoors, get the quality job you want at a price you'll appreciate with a detailed estimate. And each Serta Pro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. So schedule your pre-estimate online at CertaPro.com, that's Serta with a C, and take advantage of the spring sales event for 10% off qualifying projects through May 15th. That's Serta Pro Painters.
Hey, I'm Sam.
And I'm Calvin.
When we started Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks, it wasn't a big crew or a fancy shop, just Calvin and me in our grandma's garage.
We'd load up our tools every morning, build decks all day, then unpack right there in her driveway.
That little garage laid the foundation for what Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks is all about. Working hard, staying honest, and treating people like family.
We've grown a lot since then, but those family values still guide every job we do. Call the Cousins.
Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. Call the Cousins.
There's a new kind of energy at Starbucks. When your day needs a reset, try the all-new energy refreshers. Strawberry acai, mango dragon fruit, or the all-new mango strawberry. The refreshers you love, now with extra caffeine. New energy refreshers only at Starbucks.
We asked parents to share their journey of adopting teens.
They changed who I am because I can't see life without them in it.
Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
PGT Trucking celebrates 45 years of flatbed excellence. Established in 1981 in Beaver County, PGT continues to lead the trucking industry by providing safe and trusted transportation solutions. For their flatbed truck drivers, PGT has been named a 2026 Best Fleets to Drive for company, receiving the award 4 years in a row because of their top driver pay and home time options. Learn more about PGT Trucking at pgttrucking.com.
Aetna has been my lifesaver. Easy to understand, and if not, customer service is always there to help.
Those words from a real Aetna Medicare Advantage member speak to why U.S. News & World Report named us a best Medicare Advantage company. Because we show up with care management that ensures doctors work together on complicated conditions. We show up with the latest in online tools to make healthcare easier to use anytime. We show up for you because that's how healthier happens together. Member feedback has been edited for length and clarity.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 74 degrees and mostly cloudy at 11:30. I'm Margot Rensel. A Carmichael's man is dead after an accident involving a motorcycle and a vehicle on Route 21 in Jefferson Township, Greene County on Saturday night. 30-year-old Joshua Brown died in the accident. State police say he was wearing a helmet at the time. The driver of the vehicle involved and his passenger did not suffer any injuries. Allegheny County police are investigating after a body was discovered in Upper St. Clair today. Officials say the body was found in a wooded area off of the 80 block of McMurray Road. So far, no word on an ID or a cause of death. Port Authority police are investigating a fight involving juveniles on a Pittsburgh Regional Transit bus on Friday. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has the details.
Pittsburgh Regional Transit says an investigation is underway after a video circulating online shows several juveniles involved in a physical altercation on a PRT bus. The footage appears to show multiple people yelling inside the bus before one person punches another, triggering a larger fight. Several individuals then move off the bus during the incident. In a statement to KDKA Radio, PRT says this type of behavior is not representative of the community and will not be tolerated. Officials emphasize that the safety of riders and operators remains the agency's top priority. PRT adds it will continue taking appropriate steps to ensure its vehicles remain safe spaces for everyone who relies on public transit. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Weather permitting, crews will begin the next round of work on the I-79-910 interchange tomorrow in Wexford. More from News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado.
There will be flaggers on site as single-lane restrictions go into effect for about a day, so crews can do things like line painting and relocating traffic signal heads. PennDOT Steve Snedden, speaking at the department's construction season preview, says the major work will begin in May when crews start putting in the girders for the flyover ramps that are being built.
Ramp D is the new ramp that's going to connect 910 to 79 northbound. Ramp C is going to connect 79 northbound to 910.
The girder placement is scheduled to have 6 overnight closures of 79, where drivers will get off on the existing ramp before getting back onto the interstate. David Ballarado, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 286 points, the Nasdaq is up 55 points, and the S&P is up 1.5 points. KDK Radio News Time is 11:32. Our next update at noon on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-948-7878. That's 800-948-7878.
Massive storms jacked up so many houses. Had a good friend call me, had a big tree on their house. Big. I texted Carlos from Greater Pitt Tree Service. He was at the house within an hour with his crew cutting up and removing that massive tree. Greater Pitt Tree Service. Best training, best equipment, best pricing. Carlos, Greater Pitt Tree Service, 412-884-TREE. 412-884-TREE.
25 years ago, 40 ordinary Americans became heroes. The Remember Me Rose Garden honors the passengers and crew of Flight 93, and the garden needs your help to get ready for blooming season. Help kick off spring with us on Saturday, April 18th, as gardening expert Doug Oster shares growing tips and hands-on instruction, first at Camp Allegheny, then at the Remember Me Rose Garden. Whether you're a first-timer or a seasoned gardener, there's a place for you here. Save your spot at remembermerosegarden.org.
Embark on an unforgettable journey through Japan and South Korea with AAA, April 3rd through the 12th, 2027. Sail 9 incredible nights aboard the boutique luxury ship Azamara Pursuit. Enjoy immersive overnights and extended time in port. Experience samurai towns, bonsai gardens, and incredible cuisine. Relax with fine dining, premium beverages, and shipboard gratuities included. Club Veranda staterooms start at $4,569 per person, double occupancy. Visit your local AAA branch or call 1-800-354-8761 today.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
Well, Marty, what's up is today is the day for phase 2 of those additional road closures to kick in on the North Shore, all part of the ramp up for the NFL draft. So Casino Drive gets a closure near Sproat Way, and then North Shore Drive near Chuck Knoll Way, Reedsdale Street down to Tony Dorsett Drive, and then Chuck Knoll Way and Tony Dorsett, the drive themselves, also closed. That I-279 southbound exit 18 ramp to Reedsdale Street to the North Shore, that gets a closure along with the Reedsdale Street underpass. Now, transportation plans have been designed to accommodate some reopenings of portions of these roads to help with Pittsburgh Pirates traffic and the games at PNC Park in the coming weeks. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
The rest of today will be breezy and warm with clouds, some intervals of sun, and a brief shower mainly early this afternoon, the high 77. Mostly cloudy and mild tonight. There can be a shower, the overnight low 62. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Here we go. Start a new week. Man, we're inching way closer to that draft, aren't we? Let's get kicked off on the right foot this week. It's a Monday. We're here, 2 to 6, KDKA.
I'm going to get into this housing thing some more because I want to kind of make it simple for you. From some of the working people in this town. A bunch of my cop friends sent me this clip from San Jose, California. They're building housing for cops because cops can't afford it. You better do this. You won't have any cops or firefighters. I saw this happen in Aspen, Colorado, where it's stupid money. Median price of a home is $6 million. So you're a school teacher in Aspen, huh? America's getting kind of weird. Anyone else noticing this? Anyone? My boy here, my man was looking at homes in Arizona. The median price was $968,000. Median, folks, you know what that means? Half or higher, half or lower. Kiss my you-know-what. Who the hell can afford that? I'm going to help you. To pay for that house, to be reasonable with your life, you got to make $500,000. Who does that? Well, that puts you in the top 2 or 3% income owners in the country. You're screwed. So in Aspen, they built all this housing for middle-class folks. And you apply, and they interview you. They have thousands of them. Otherwise, no one will work there. What I see in the Berg, folks that are millionaires, they live in beautiful homes in Shadyside. Hell yeah, it's gorgeous. Their kids all go to private schools. Hell yeah. The rest of them, they struggle. Let me do the cop thing for you, because I love so many cops, and I'm just going to be honest with their salaries. So this is a Pittsburgh cop's salary. They start at $22.95 an hour. That's kind of in training. And the first year, so that's around $68,000 they make. Okay. Let's just bump it up to 70. Let's say you both work that job. You're at 140, so you can afford a $300,000 house. Where? Huh? You got to buy a gun. That's $1,000. Insurance. San Jose starting people at, a lot higher, and they're building housing. They're just accepting the fact that they have to do it. So when the cops start, when they're in training, $22.95 an hour is $48,000. Hello. What do you buy? Try and rent. Where are you going to rent? I don't know. Is it dire? Yeah, it's dire. It does. It sucks. There was a piece in the Wall Street Journal. I was having this talk with my wife yesterday that suggests that the middle class has expanded. So now the middle class is up to $400,000 a year. Please. That ain't middle class, man. Middle class at $400,000. I was talking to my car guys at Bowser. I love them. My man Dave's the best ever. The average car is $51,000. Can you imagine that? Well, no one can afford a car at $51,000. The average. These SUVs, have you looked at these? The Tahoes and the Suburbans? Damn, they're $100,000 for a truck, man. I was showing my son a Cadillac Escalade. They're cool. They have this electric that's cool. $150,000 for a Cadillac. No, I'll walk. What am I suggesting? This is the anxiety that Americans are feeling right now. And blame whoever the hell you want. I don't know who you blame. I blame the lack of intent to make a difference. There's no one with a dramatic plan. 5 million Americans cannot afford a home. 5 million. Come on. There are couples out there right now listening that make $150,000 and cannot buy a house in a decent school district. They can't. With all due respect to the Rocks, they can't. And they don't like the schools, and they shouldn't. So then they have to go, what? Work another job. And this is in quote-unquote affordable Pittsburgh. Okay. Whatever you say, man. So I ask you to be a public servant, a cop. In your first year as you're in training, you make $48,000. Hello. And then once you get going, you're at 69 or 70. Okay. You can't buy a house. If you're a single cop and you make $70,000, you're screwed, man. Where are you going to live? Where? I don't know. That's just the truth, man. In San Jose, the salary is $113,000 starting. They pay in the academy, Patrick, $55 an hour. How about that?
Wow.
And then they're building apartments for people. San Jose admits the city only works if the cops can actually afford to live here. California allocates 50 units in new high-rise apartment for affordable housing for cops. How about that? Someone better, Patrick, you know where I'm coming from with this. Somebody better stop getting high and sober up to the fact that most Americans are screwed with housing.
Yeah, we've got to figure it out. We have to.
So you're a smart man and very successful, and your wife's extremely successful. You're driving around in Phoenix looking for homes. And the median price is $1 million. Is that weird? It's weird.
It's very weird.
Your dad would,
and painful.
Your dad and mother would die. Our relatives.
My mother would have pulled over and vomited on the side of the road seeing those prices.
Right on. That is not
disgusting.
Manageable, sir, in America.
No, it's not. The only saving grace, and it's not even that, their taxes are so much lower than what we pay here. It's ridiculous.
Crap in $1 million house.
Nope.
I know what you're saying, but I had to grab Andy Amrine and make a confession. Andy, my brother.
Marty, good afternoon or morning.
This man is always right. He turned me on to battery-operated snowblower. Kicks ass. And then this weekend, he said, don't get the battery-operated high-pressure washer. They're not there yet, but you got a plug-in. And I used to use gas. And I'm only telling people this because a lot of people have that green crap on their deck. And it's really hard to get off, isn't it, Andy?
It is. There are some chemicals that'll do it, but then you got the chemical, and if you're using chemicals, then it could kill all your plants and grass that are all around the deck. So it's better to just wash it, and pressure washing is the preferred method. I like to use the electric ones over the gas ones because they always start. They don't have the issue with the fuel and the not starting, and they'll use properly. They do a very nice job. Very, very nice job.
I got to tell you, it kicks ass.
Good.
I mean, it's a pain in the ass, and I hate it, and I drop more F-bombs than you ever imagined because I'm just not good at it.
You don't like to work.
I hate. I'm type A lazy is the way I describe myself. But this is where we're headed, right? To more electric, more battery operated. Yeah. It makes more sense, doesn't it, sir?
It does. The battery versions of those pressure washers, you're probably to get a decent one maybe about 6 months out. Yet they're still coming. The industry has slowly been changing from gas to battery powered on everything. And the lawnmowers, the chainsaws, the trimmers, the blowers, all of those equipment are there, and they're doing a fantastic job. The pressure washers, because it's the smallest, least used, that's why they were the last to really convert over. But I'd say given another 6 months or so, you're going to see the battery-powered ones that are going to have the power and the battery life that people are demanding. But until we get there, the electric ones do an amazing job.
It's amazing.
And I'm going to say 90% of the people have a plug right on their deck, so it's not a big deal.
It never shorted once either. You were right about that, too.
Yeah.
I had an epiphany about it. It's fantastic. And it works like a charm, and it doesn't stall out. How many broken power washers and mowers and crap do you have right now in your shop? How many?
Well, when I counted this morning, there's 110.
No!
Yeah, so there's 110. We were able to get done about 60 last week repaired, but over the weekend we had another 70 dropped off. So it's a losing proposition this time of year, but we'll slowly catch up. You know, it's just everyone this time of year, they're getting all their equipment out, and they figured out they stored it wrong because they were too lazy to do it right in fall, and so now they pay the price.
Andy Amron, you are Yoda in my world, my man. I praise you.
Thank you.
My man knows the answer to everything. Thanks, brother.
All right, Marty. Bye.
Folks, I'm serious. Throw away the gas piece of crap. Get electric power washer. They work. They kick ass. I am a witness to it, and a lot of men do this. I hate work. Hate it, but it works. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser and Fenelon. What's up?
What's up is we've been keeping a close eye with the PennDOT cameras, Marty, on the outbound lower deck of the Fort Pitt Bridge heading into those Fort Pitt tunnels. We've been noticing some periodic traffic stoppages. Just watched one kind of wrap up, and then traffic started moving again. So what does that mean for you? If you're headed in that direction, don't be surprised on the 376 stretch down in that bathtub section of the city there. Between the 2nd Avenue and Grant Street exits is where you'll slow down, getting up onto the lower deck of the outbound bridge there. And coming across the Portal Bridge is where you'll find the brake lights as you come from 279, 65, or 28 across the Fort Duquesne Bridge there. Just a quick reminder, we had an earlier accident in Collier Township. They're in the final stages of clearing on Washington Pike Route 50 at the intersection with the ramps to I-79, so there could be some residual delays there. With AAA Traffic, I'm Edlin Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
My friends at NASCO Roofing, they're out working in this weather, fixing damage from these storms. My man James from Lower Borough called them, and they're on it. Did work on his home. He had them do his mother's roof as well. James loved NASCO's quality work and appreciated NASCO working with his insurance company to get everything approved. NASCO is wonderful. They've satisfied thousands like James. Get NASCO on your roof. Call NASCO Roofing, 412-373-2000, 412-373-2000. Most jobs done in a day. Special financing available. NASCO Roofing, NASCO.
A April is here and everything is in bloom, including savings at Bowser Hyundai. The 2026 Hyundai Tucson all-wheel drive brings versatility to your ride, and right now at Bowser Hyundai, the #1 volume Hyundai dealer in Pittsburgh, you can get the Tucson SE with 0% APR for 60 months or get rebates up to $3,000. And don't forget, all new Hyundais come with Hyundai Assurance that are backed by America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000 miles, powertrain limited warranty. So don't wait. Get to BowserHyundai.com today. Based on 2025 year-end and January 2026 sales results, tax, title, and fees not included. Dealer doc fee of $490 applies. 24 months, 7,500 miles per year with $2,999 due at signing with credit approval and financing through HMFC. Offer ends May 3rd, 2026. BowserHyundai.com. Bowser Hyundai, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
Go back in time at Ian Miller Antique Mall in Verona, where you can save 20% during their April spring sale through April 15th. Find that toy or doll from your childhood when you browse 4 floors of antiques from over 100 vendors with new items added daily. Ian Miller Antique Mall is at 614 East Railroad Avenue, Verona. Open Tuesday to Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The April spring sale runs through April 15th. Call 412-828-3288 and like them on Facebook.
Y108 presents Odyssey, The Night Before, powered by Bowser Chevrolet, starring Jason Aldean. Buy a ticket to this show. You can only win your way in. Full details at Y108.com. Presented by Miller Lite and brought to you by your local AAA travel office. Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration. Ross Park Mall and Broken Bow Records.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Hey, something cool. We went to the movies on Saturday night. Myself, my wife, and my son. We're the only ones. The girls are at school. Pitt. So, a couple things. The movie's called The Hail Mary Project. Ryan Gosling, big star. Big. That movie was fantastic. It's next to impossible to keep the attention of me, type A lazy, my wife, who's very cool, very calm, very collected, she'll watch it, and my son, who's 15, that's all you need to know, has the attention span of a gnat. All three of us loved it. It's called Hail Mary Project. Kind of has that E.T. vibe. And Patrick, what was the name of the movie where Tom Hanks fell in love with the basketball or the volleyball? What was that called?
Castaway.
What was the
Wilson.
Wilson.
The brand of the volleyball.
Ryan Gosling falls in love with a rock. And I'm simplifying it. I'm not throwing away the plot of the story, but he's in space and he's been sent there to save the world, literally. And him and this rock star in the movie. And it's wonderfully charming. And it's engaging and it's emotional. It has an amazing feel about it. And you know what? I told my wife, and everybody leaving there said, you could hear him talking. Wow, that was good. And it doesn't have this horrific ending. There's no body parts. There's no F-bombs. No one's blowing something up. It was really Ryan Gosling. Write it down. Hail Mary Project. Now to the cost. And I'm not whining. These theaters now, this really cool theater in Bridgeville, you pay a little extra, but they have these massive seats. And they have this crazy sound system where you actually feel the vibrations. So for me, senior, $1,350. For my son, $1,350. For my wife, $1,750. Here's what's aggravating. And you do this online. And you pick the seats before you go. And it's all reserved. It's very, very cool. $8.25 convenience fee. Kiss my, just send me the damn tickets electronically. Another way to screw you. I love the movie. I loved it. So the tickets for the movie were $60. And this goes kind of into my whole thing about prices and American families and what stuff costs. I had a soda. My wife and son had a soda, and they had popcorn. $40. $40. A small soda is like $10. I'm not lying. So the movie, for the three of us to see it, and again, I loved it. It was wonderful, and the seats are magnificent. They recline all the way and really comfortable. You have insane space. It's a wonderful environment. In the theater in Bridgeville, they're fantastic. It's clean as hell. Wonderful staff. But for three of us to see a movie, it was $110. So you know. So if you're a middle-class family and you have 5 kids, you're at $300. And that's if you don't go out to dinner before or after. Which gets back to my point about the pressure that Americans are feeling in terms of finances. Because salaries have kind of flattened out. Housing prices have exploded. Gas prices have exploded. Food prices have exploded. Have you looked for a trip? Have you looked for a house at the beach in the Jersey Shore? $10,000. And that's a decent place in a Stone Harbor kind of town. Avalon, about the same. There's this feeling in America now that too much wealth and too much poor. And in the middle, folks are just thinking, man, can we afford that? And taking on insane debt to do so. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense that a movie for 3 people should be $110, but it was. And I loved it. And the seats are amazing. And the theater was amazing. And the staff was amazing. But $110, including an $8 convenience fee. For what? I don't know. What is that? I don't know. My man Dave says, that's why I wait for the movies to come out on pay-per-view and watch at home. I get that, brother. But that screen in there, with that sound and the vibrations, my man Dave, it is amazing. One more time, go see this movie, Hail Mary Project. Ryan Gosling, that dude's a big star. He spent 3 hours acting with a rock and pulled it off. Really cool.
When the weather turns bad, turn to us for the best news, weather, and traffic information from the KDKA Radio Storm Center. Presented by Duquesne Light Company. Larger than light. And brought to you by Butler Transit Authority. Online and on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. 24 months, no payments or interest. $500 off. Restrictions do apply, but call 412-543-6003.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
That's the power of Bowser. April is here and everything is in bloom, including savings at Bowser Hyundai. The Hyundai Elantra SE is the perfect spring upgrade with 36 combined miles per gallon. Right now at Bowser Hyundai, the #1 volume Hyundai dealer in Pittsburgh, you can lease the Elantra SE for only $149 a month. And don't forget, all new Hyundais come with Hyundai Assurance that are backed by America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000 miles powertrain limited warranty. So don't wait. Get to BowserHyundai.com today. Based on 2025 year-end and January 2026 sales results, tax, title, and fees not included. Dealer doc fee of $490 applies. 24 months, 7,500 miles per year with $2,999 due at signing with credit approval and financing through HMFC. Offer ends May 3rd, 2026.
Oh, that's the power of Bowser.
BowserHyundai.com. Bowser Hyundai, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
This is the story of the one.
As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Spreadsheets, clunky software, 100 different logins just to run your business? Ah.
There's a better way. Odoo. One simple, connected platform that handles sales, inventory, accounting, and more. So you can focus on growing, not juggling. Make the switch today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 76 degrees and mostly cloudy at 12 o'clock. I'm Margot Rensel. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. 45 years of experience and thousands of five-star reviews. Trust PJ.com. Police arrested and charged an Apollo man after a victim escaped a kidnapping in Arnold. Police say the victim told them that 41-year-old Ryan Dunsworth dragged her out of her vehicle by her hair. Dunsworth drove her to a residence on Kenneth Avenue where the victim was able to escape and fled to the Arnold police station. Police observed a cut and some bleeding on the victim's forehead. Police have charged Dunsworth with kidnapping, robbery, obstructing emergency vehicles, simple harassment, and stalking. At least 2 tankers turned away from the Strait of Hormuz on Monday after the U.S. began its blockade of the waterway. President Trump announced to blockade after talks in Pakistan over the weekend ended without a deal. CBS News White House correspondent Natalie Brand.
He's defending the decision, this U.S. blockade on Iranian ports in the Strait of Hormuz, saying that he thinks it will be effective because Iran will not be able to sell oil. We know that the U.S. is also, according to the president, trying to find interdict vessels in international waters that have paid tolls to Iran, and that the U.S. is also beginning this operation to find mines that had been laid by Iran.
Allegheny County police are investigating after a body was discovered in Upper St. Clair today. Officials say the body was found in a wooded area off of the 80 block of McMurray Road. So far, no word on an ID or cause of death. Weather permitting, crews will begin the next round of work on the I-79-910 interchange tomorrow in Wexford. More from News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado.
There will be flaggers on site as single-lane restrictions go into effect for about a day so crews can do things like line painting and relocating traffic signal heads. PennDOT's Steve Snedden, speaking at the department's construction season preview, says the major work will begin in May when crews start putting in the girders for the flyover ramps that are being built.
Ramp D is the new ramp that's going to connect 910 to 79 northbound. Ramp C is going to connect 79 northbound to 910.
The girder placement is scheduled to have 6 overnight closures of 79, where drivers will get off on the existing ramp before getting back onto the interstate. David Ballarado, News Radio KDKA.
Allegheny County is expanding a program aimed at helping income-eligible first-time home buyers. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has the details.
County Executive Sarah Innamorato announced a $3 million boost for the second year of the First Home Allegheny program. Officials say the initiative helped 56 families buy homes across 34 municipalities last year, leveraging millions in private lending. The program offers forgivable loans up to $45,000 for eligible buyers. County leaders say the goal is to expand access to homeownership and build long-term stability for families across Allegheny County. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 250 points, the Nasdaq is up 32 points, and the S&P is up 2 points. In KDKA Sports, the Pirates will host the Nationals tonight at PNC Park. Paul Skeens gets the start, first pitch at 6:40. KDKA Radio News time is 12:03. Time to call Highwood Cemetery to ensure your family's grave sites are protected now and in the future. 412-766-6600. It's 76 degrees and mostly cloudy in Pittsburgh. The AccuWeather forecast is next.
When you invite a contractor into your home, you got to trust they know what they're doing. You want to feel good. That's why CertaPro Painters and me have gotten along for more than a decade. Hi, this is Larry Richard. Take advantage of getting the most professional job you can and know that each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your pre-estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. And take advantage of the spring sales event for 10% off qualifying projects through May 15th.
And Doug.
There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means playing in a football game. Boom! 42! You're going down, Doug. Oh, yeah? Your price on car insurance when you customize and save is going down. Hey! Limu? What are you doing on their team? Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty. At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for everyone. We're proud to offer high-quality, rechargeable hearing aids starting at just $98. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and hear the difference today by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Talk about timing. I just got a new puppy, and I just discovered Rough Greens. Now, when you think about it, dog food is dead food. Traditional dog food, shelf-stable for years because it's lifeless. Rough Greens is an additive that brings the nutrition back, packed with life vitamins, minerals, probiotics, digestive enzymes, and omega oils. Behind that, Dr. Dennis Black. What a background. Dr. Black is a 40-year cancer survivor and has been helping humans and their pets for over 25 years. So why not start right from the beginning? Just add Rough Greens to your dog's diet, and they're offering you a free Jumpstart trial bag. You just cover the shipping. Use discount code KDKA to claim your free Jumpstart trial bag at roughgreens.com. That's RUFFgreens.com. Again, use promo code KDKA. Don't change your dog's food. Just add Rough Greens and watch the health benefits come alive.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
The rest of today will be breezy and warm with clouds, some intervals of sun, and a brief shower mainly early this afternoon, the high 77. Mostly cloudy and mild tonight. There can be a shower, the overnight low 62. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
It's spring. That means birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, Mother's Day, and fresh, colorful spring flowers from OliverFlowers.com. Family-owned Oliver Flowers, celebrating spring for 96 years. Order online for free delivery in their service area. OliverFlowers.com.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
My social media went berserk this morning on that video that we posted with the kids beating the crap out of each other on the bus. I have no hope for them. It was, man, I'll tell you how bad it was. I had to verify that it was real. It was that. This is by the way, God bless the PRT guys that are driving that bus. The Negley bus headed downtown. Folks, it was all kids, teens, Pittsburgh Public Schools. Folks, it was a flat-out, insane brawl. Like, everyone on the bus was beating the crap out of everyone on the bus. Awful. And that superintendent, who's a hell of a man, and those teachers who are insanely talented, and those Port Authority police who know what the hell they're doing have to manage that insanity. It's, wow. It's so unsettling to believe that that's where we're at with these kids going to school. They all beat the crap. This is a fact. They beat the crap out of each other, and then they got off the bus and went to school. Wow. Wow. I'm going to post some videos tomorrow of this guy beating the crap out of this girl on the bus. It's unbelievable to me. And then there's this. This came in from one of my boys, and this breaks my heart to hear this stuff. And I've got my man JK on this, too, because he is really tuned into what's happening with juveniles, and trying to fix this is massive. About 1 a.m., this is amazing. A group of 3 to 5 kids think if you're staying at the Embassy Suites downtown, by the way. 3 to 5 kids run past security guards at the Embassy Suites. They go to the 25th floor. My God. Wow. They tell the security guard they're going to pepper spray him. 3 a.m., same group, running the streets, ripping up planters on 3 a.m., folks. Kids. Someone's kids. Wow. Grabbed accused 11. Found out he was caught running the streets in West Mifflin. 2 a.m., April 11th. Returned to his mom. Wow. Who is mom? Mom. This is actually even more disheartening. Mom is a convicted felon. Yeah. Mom is worse than son. I gotta get to this piece on mom. Mom has been arrested multiple times. So this is where we're at with cops trying to manage this. Listen to this craziness. Listen to this craziness. This is last night, middle of the night.
Separate trespassing, Embassy Suites on Smithfield, 535 Smithfield Street, cross of Oliver and 6, 25th floor lobby. Staff is advising 3 juveniles trespassing, 1 male, 2 females. Actor is going to be a black male, 15 years of age, yellow dark clothing, black female, 15 years of age, pink sweatshirt, light jean shorts, and another black female, 15 years of age, unknown clothing description. Hey, copy that. I got it. Copy that. Caller's also reporting this happened a couple days ago with one of the females threatening to spray him with pepper spray.
Wow.
No mention of any weapons or pepper spray this time.
This is where we're at. So you're staying downtown at the Embassy Suites, are you? Okay. Then what do they do once they leave the hotel? Well, they're not done yet, of course. They're kids. These kids have fun.
Start for this 6th Avenue and Grant Street. Callers reporting 6 to 7 juveniles in the street pulling plants out as they run down the street. No descriptions as of yet. They're currently in front of the APMC building, pulling plants out of the pods, causing a disturbance. RTCC, Channel 1. RTCC. The juveniles for the 6th Avenue Grant Street call, they're all mainly wearing black and have backpacks on. There's one female wearing a pink sweatshirt. They're almost at Grant and 7th now. Copy that, Grant 7th. 856 to RTCC. Is it all of them doing it, or is there a specific one doing all of it? Looks like the main one's wearing a black t-shirt and gray sweatpants. Copy. They were last seen on 7th, headed towards William Penn Place from Grant.
Downtown Pittsburgh, middle of the night. My boy, one of my boys, Mike Fisher, Scanner Mike. Mike, the middle of the night, brother, right?
Marty, good afternoon. Yes, all this was happening last night when most people were sleeping after a wonderful weathered Sunday.
My man, teenagers, what the hell are they doing, man, at 1 in the morning and 3 in the morning?
You got me. I mean, it sounds like there's just no supervision, no real mentorship anywhere, so they're just going to chaos, and they're bringing it down to the downtown area, which is already struggling.
Hold on. My man is more tied in than anyone I know. How often, sir, do I ask you for calls involving teens downtown? How often?
You ask quite frequently, and I always have something new for you. So that's my comment on that.
And by the way, he's my man. You know what he says? Yeah, this happens every day. It's getting sad, isn't it, Mike?
I hate to say that I'm completely unfazed by these types of calls, but it's going to happen today and tomorrow and the next day, just as has happened before. Not to be bitter, but just to be real.
Mike, thanks, brother.
Glad to be here.
JK, jump in here, brother. And on and on and on, right? Horrible.
Nightmare, brother. That's the way it always is. The parents don't supervise them or raise them. The school districts let them run wild, okay, and do whatever they want. I mean, they're smashing windshields at Brashear High School, and then they let the kid, just leave him alone. He'll be okay after he calms down. They get in a fight on the bus. They go to school. No issues there. Everybody's calmed down. Let's go back to school. So there's no repercussions there at home, at school. The juvenile justice system is a joke. They're not prosecuting or even helping these kids. There's so many moves that they could make to stop all these crazy actions, but nobody's taken a forward progress step. Everything is not even reactional because they just listen to the story and go, oh, okay, go to class.
JK, I got to add this. You're going to die, man. So the kid they snatched, all right, they call his mom. Well, mom, this is a fact. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Mom was arrested because she tortured a man while holding him captive inside her Penn Hills home. This is the mom of the kid who they snatched up this morning. What chance does that kid have, brother?
Zero. He has zero chance. She's raising a professional criminal. I'll guarantee she probably hasn't even seen that kid in a couple weeks. It's very common for those criminal type families where criminal so-called parents are raising these kids. They're not even raising them. They just have them. So this kid has zero chance. It's very common when I was working warrants to go to a house and a parent would say to me, I haven't seen my 13-year-old in 2 or 3 months. I couldn't what he's doing. So the streets are raising these kids. The other criminals are raising these kids. The ones who rob gun stores and shove guns in little old ladies' carjackings. That's all these innocent little kids that they're protecting. They're the ones that they let smash up teachers' windows and go back to class. They're the ones that they let and assault each other violently. There has to be at least 1 or 2 normal kids on that bus. How do you think they feel? And they want to bring people here to this city? Are you going to send them? Oh, are you out of your mind?
Well, then there's that. Then there's that. Oh, JK. Oh, can you hang, man?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we got to come up with some reasonable solution, folks. We just have to.
Listen to The Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy 1 Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Get it in the app. Participation may vary.
Looking for health insurance for employees in multiple locations? UPMC Health Plan National Access has you covered. UPMC National Access gives employees access to the top-ranked doctors and hospitals of UPMC, along with nationwide access through the Cigna Healthcare PPO network for employees outside of the service area. For the quality, affordable coverage that your company deserves, choose UPMC Health Plan.
I called Julian Gray. I did. And she sent me a text this morning. And she said, you have no idea how much Julian Gray did for me. Elder care, estate planning, mental health care, nursing home care. They're amazing people at grayelderlaw.com. And the truth is, Julian is my man. grayelderlaw.com. Amazing folks. 412-458-6000. 412-458-6000.
Hey, this is Lisa from Nest Expressions Window Fashions, and I am so proud to announce the opening of my second Hunter Douglas Gallery at 3150 Washington Road in McMurray. Book a free shop-at-home appointment at Nest Expressions. nestexpressions.com.
2D Mechanical Systems, Pittsburgh's HVAC, plumbing, and electric leaders, is a family business that I truly admire. 2D culture is built on ethics, service, and making a difference in our community. 2D Mechanical Systems, they're the people you want working in your home.
This is CBS Eye on Veterans. Navy veteran Matt Thompson spent 20 years as an engine repair tech and leader on mighty warships in the U.S. Navy. But after the military, he applied his expertise to the skilled trade industry, and that was the path he needed to become the owner of a highly successful and lucrative heating and air conditioning company.
So I applied for my license. The California State Licensing Board recognized all my certifications and then some from the military, so they fast-tracked me. It usually takes 9 months to a year. I had my license in 3 months. I bought a truck, which I still have to this day. It's my moneymaker. That truck's made me millions of dollars, man.
It's one of the most successful law and justice programs in television history that continues to uncover the truth and investigate true crime cases. 48 Hours, CBS Saturday, and streaming on Paramount Plus.
The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
By the way, four detectives, cops on this all night. So you took them off the streets. And then there's no one to cover downtown. Wrap your arms around this, folks. This is 1 a.m. And these are all kids, 15 years old. In your hotel, you're staying there with your wife. You're here in town for a visit. Listen.
Sir, for a trespassing, Embassy Suites on Smithfield, 535 Smithfield Street, cross of Oliver and 6, 25th floor lobby. Staff there is advising 3 juveniles trespassing, 1 male, 2 females. Actors going to be black male, 15 years of age, all dark clothing, black female, 15 years of age, pink sweatshirt, light jean shorts, and another black female, 15 years of age, unknown clothing description. Hey, copy that. 252, I got it. Copy that. Caller's also reporting this happened a couple days ago with one of the females spraying with pepper spray. No mention of any weapons or pepper spray this time.
It's just unbelievable. This is where we're at. And then, once the kid gets out of jail, he hasn't had enough yet. Listen.
Sir, for the 6th Avenue and Grant Street, callers reporting 6 to 7 juveniles in the street pulling plants out as they run down the street.
Why not? JK, I don't know where we go from here, man. You're a cop. You've been at this 40 years. I mean, what's the plan? What's your plan if you're the boss? Honestly, what's the plan, brother?
Well, first off, the politicians and the juvenile court system and everybody involved with these juveniles, even the school districts, they throw everything into the city police lap.
Dude.
They throw it in you handle it, you deal with it, you deal with all the aggravation and all the victims and stress and file charges, and we're not going to follow through with them. The cops are the only ones who are actively doing their job. Okay.
True.
The judicial system is a joke. Our juvenile judicial system is a criminal network, is what it's become. So it took the state attorney general to come in and prosecute 8 juveniles for crime sprees of dozens of gun stores, dozens of Kias being stolen, and $800,000 of accumulated damage. Mass shooting in East Liberty, a shooting at the mall, a lady getting carjacked. Those are the only ones who are incarcerated right now because Dave Sunday, the state attorney general, come in and he shut it down. Every single other one of those kids involved with the store robberies and all so forth, they've all been released or dismissed. Jesus. Every single one of them has recommitted a new crime.
Hey, JK, not to rain on anyone's parade here. So I bring my wife in for the NFL draft. I pay $1,200 a night for a room. And these thugs decide they're coming into my floor because this is chronic. The cop said the kid was back. Was there 2 days ago?
So, I mean, this is just waiting to happen because there's people out there who are tired. They don't want to be pushed or harassed.
Right.
And one of these little kids are going to make the wrong move in front of the wrong guy.
Boom.
And that's sad to say, but Where's the help? Where's the politicians? Juvenile system doesn't want to incarcerate them. They don't even want to prosecute them. They want to deem them incompetent to stand trial because they don't know any better. Well, somebody needs to know better, like maybe the judge.
Hey, JK, the woman, JK, the young woman who knocked out the 55-year-old grandmother downtown who we interviewed was 11 years old, brother. 11.
Yeah, we have zero placements for any of these kids anywhere. No, you have to remember, not only 8 years ago, maybe 7 years ago, there was 120 people inside a juvenile justice system, inside a Schumann Center, what it was called at the time. There was 120. Every single one of them was in there for murder or rape.
True.
Okay. 12 beds now. So where's everybody at?
Downtown.
Yeah, they're downtown raiding hotels. They're going to be robbing, shaking down, stealing from people. You know, they know what a victim looks like. They know the guy the lady is looking down at her phone. They sneak up and hit her in the back of the head and rob her.
True.
They're looking for innocent in the weak. And our politicians in the juvenile justice system just let it continue to roll on. And they dump it on the city police. Whether it goes good, bad, or indifferent, they'll blame the city police because that's their little pawn.
Hold on. Ed, go ahead.
Yeah, what I picked up on an Embassy Suite story, if those kids came in the front door past the guard, by the time they got to the elevator, went up to the 25th floor, go down the elevator, out the building, isn't that plenty of time for the cops to get there?
Oh, we're blaming the cops still.
No, I'm just saying, how long does it take for cops to get to the Embassy Suite?
Well, they grabbed the kid. They grabbed them. They grabbed them.
Oh, the cops did get the kids?
Yeah, and then the kid, they let him go. They had to, and then the kid went out and committed more crimes.
I didn't get that part, but, the whole thing is just crazy, unbelievable. And watching TV this morning, that went on in Washington also last night.
Unbelievable. JK, I have no solution to this, brother. It ain't changing, my man. And my man, you said something. What's going to happen is someone's going to kill one of these kids on the streets, and then someone's going to burn down Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and it doesn't be like they're going to defend themselves with a gun or anything like that. What if the kid falls down, smacks his head?
That's right.
Simple could occur. You know, I understand what that guy was trying to lean towards. It took long for the cops there, but people don't understand is there's maybe only 4 or 5 cops out
all downtown. Right on. Right on.
So they're not there. They're not available. They're not going to save you. If you're blessed and you're lucky and a car's close, they're going to come. They're going to help you. They're going to do their job.
They are.
But they're shorthanded. They're undermanned. They're underpaid. They get stomped on by the politicians, and it's disgusting the way they treat these cops.
And they're going to grab the little jag-offs. They're going to call their mother, who's a felon, and mom's going to pick him up, and they're going to let him go.
Yep. And he'll be back. You'll see that kid again. He's just getting trained how to, be a real criminal on the streets right now, because that's where the juvenile career criminal machines start.
Yeah, I'm seeing this, and it makes me sad, quite frankly. It makes me really sad.
Not stopping. It's going to keep gaining ground. Summer's coming. Get ready, folks.
You said something important, too. Those poor kids on that bus who want to learn. What the hell are they supposed to do?
Yeah. There's dozens of good kids, on each bus. It's always the small cluster. It's the 10 to 15% that commit 90% of the crime.
Sure.
The judicial system and the school system is terrified to enforce the rules.
True again.
All are in place. All the laws are in place. If everybody followed their guidelines, rules, and procedures, we wouldn't be having this discussion right now.
We wouldn't, sir. JK, my brother, thank you. Hey,
yes,
folks,
sir.
It's Marty. In my Get Marty segments, I hear from people all the time that have issues with debt. Check this out. If you're having problems with your debt, my friend Harold Shepley can help you right now.
Absolutely. We are a full-service debt relief law firm. We can help you negotiate your debt so you can avoid bankruptcy, or we can file bankruptcy if that's what's necessary for you and your family.
And the truth is, my man, it's not a hopeless situation.
Absolutely not. We're here to get people back on their feet.
I've seen them win, case after case after case. ShepleyLaw.com. Hey, folks, it's Marty. Turning 65? Are you overwhelmed by Medicare options? With over 60 plans to choose from, it's easy to get confused. MediConnect is hosting free in-person workshops across Pittsburgh for answers you need. No obligation, just advice. Whether you have questions about coverage, prescriptions, retirement goals, MediConnect's team will assist in finding the right plan for you. Call 888-818-6334. 888-818-6334. Medicare made simple.
Been 30, time would have been 30, no, would have been 30, being 30, been 29. If that'll help, been 29,000.
Get ready to bid on the equipment you need in the Ritchie Brothers Northeast Regional Auction on May 5th. Inventory is housed at locations in Pittsburgh, North Franklin, and Northeast Maryland, with in-person inspections available. Bid on a wide selection of construction and transportation equipment. Don't miss this great opportunity. Visit rbauction.com/Pittsburgh to sign up. Again, that's rbauction.com/Pittsburgh.
With Aetna, I always get a quick answer, and I don't have to search on the internet. They go above and beyond to help me with whatever I need.
Those words from a real Aetna Medicare Advantage member speak to why U.S. News & World Report named us a best Medicare Advantage company. Because we show up on calls with members and doctor's offices when requested. We show up with access to convenient care options. We show up for you. Because that's how healthier happens together. Member feedback has been edited for length and clarity.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Mostly cloudy and 76 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 12:30. I'm Paul Alexander. Police are investigating a fatal stabbing in North Braddock last night. It happened shortly after 9 p.m. in the 1100 block of 4th Street, where officers found a male victim suffering from a stab wound. The 38-year-old unidentified victim was transported to a local hospital where he later died from his injuries. The Allegheny County Police Department is handling the investigation. So far, no arrests. We're 10 days away from the NFL Draft coming to Pittsburgh. Mayor Corey O'Connor says there's a feeling in the air, a momentum that Pittsburghers haven't felt in a long time.
You know, the Pirates are doing well. Penguins are in the playoffs. Everybody's really excited. The weather is going to break this week, so I think it's a good time, and I think everything is lined up for this to be a great NFL Draft.
He says everything is opening on time, and there will be more groundbreakings throughout the week. If you procrastinated filing your taxes this year, the IRS is giving some tips on last-minute filing. This Radio KDK's Margot Rensel has the details.
Tax day is only 2 days away on April 15th. If you still have not filed your taxes, there are resources to streamline the process. For answers to frequently asked questions about filing dependents, other income, Social Security, forms you may need, etc., visit irs.gov/help/ITA. You can request an extension to file your taxes, but you need to request it before the 15th. The IRS is also warning that if you owe any money, that money is due in 2 days, even if you get an extension. If you are having trouble paying what you owe, there are options to apply for payment plans by visiting irs.gov/payments. Margot Rensel, News Radio, KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 173 points, the NASDAQ up 53, the S&P 500 up 5 points. KDK Radio News Time is 12:32. Our next update is 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander, the voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Did you know that the only cause of mesothelioma is exposure to asbestos? Did you know that many local area tradesmen were exposed to asbestos and didn't even know it? The sad reality is asbestos-related diseases are often fatal, yet entirely preventable. Pittsburgh-based Goldberg, Persky, and White understands the complexities of asbestos exposure and are dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve. GPW can't change the past, but we'll work to transform your future. Call 1-800-COMPLEX to learn more.
Dreaming of your next getaway? AAA Travel makes it easy with a wide variety of vacation options, from exciting cruises and guided tours to relaxing, all-inclusive resorts. Want to skip the airport? Ask about their no-fly cruises. Just hop on a comfortable motor coach from the Pittsburgh area to nearby ports like New York or New Jersey. Then set sail stress-free. No flying, no driving, just vacation. Visit your local AAA office or call 1-800-354-8760 61 to start planning today.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-284-1238. 800-284-1238. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-284-1238.
April's the perfect time to refresh your home with beautiful custom window treatments from Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory. Lachina makes custom products in their own Pittsburgh factory. 60 years of quality craftsmanship, draperies, blinds, shades, shutters, and upholstery. Low factory direct prices. Go to lachinadrapery.com, shop Lachina's free shop at home service. Visit their showrooms or call 412-665-4900. Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory. Quality you deserve, prices you'll appreciate.
You know the rush when you reach that goal, when something you've worked for pays off. That's success. At University of Maryland Global Campus, we believe you should never stop chasing it. That's why we offer a skills-based education that helps move your career forward. Learn how to apply emerging technologies like AI and data science. Build your leadership and critical thinking skills. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start May 13th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by SHAV.
Progressive's Home Quote Explorer helps you easily find and buy the right coverage for you. It's everything you've always wanted. Well, I mean, as far as a website that lets you shop, quote, and buy insurance in one place. But hey, maybe that is everything you've always wanted. Yeah, people have different types of dreams. And if all you've ever been searching for is a website that helps you choose home insurance rates and coverage, boy, do we have great news about Progressive's Home Quote Explorer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A shower in places through early afternoon, otherwise cloudy to at times partly sunny, breezy and unseasonably warm with a high of 77. Tonight, mostly cloudy and balmy. There can be a shower, though 62. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Larry Richard with Andy Amrine from EV True Value to talk about Sniper.
Sniper, that's your hospital-grade disinfectant, Larry. And yes, it's germ season. You need that bottle of Sniper, whether you want the travel size bottle that's TSA approved. You could put it in your purse, put it in your travel bag, take it with you. Or we got the quarts or the gallons for that big job on it. It's your true hospital-grade disinfectant, kills all germs.
Safe around kids and pets. Go to disinfectwithsniper.com or available at participating True Value hardware stores.
Retirement, it's almost here. Are you ready? Well, join Kurt Kanodik and Ethan Lane of Accurate Solutions Group for your retirement blueprint. Let Kurt and Ethan help you plan for your retirement dreams. Don't miss your retirement blueprint, Sundays at 10. Investment advisory services offered through ASG Investment Management, LLC.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Man, I love what the city has been doing with downtown. I love how they're all working together. I love the changes. Whatever investment we have, we're taking advantage of. The different stages, the park. We're going to be live at that new park, which looks very cool, downtown for the draft, which I can't wait for. I love how the venue's coming together. I don't know the semantics of it, but it looks like the exact same venue that they built for Cleveland and Detroit. The same kind of big overarching roof, you know what I mean? They're supposed to hold a couple 100,000 people. It's very, very cool. And I can't wait. And I hope it all works out with security. I'm going to break some stuff regarding security tomorrow. They're doing some cool stuff. They will not let those punks. There are going to be a lot of cops, state cops, feds. They're not going to allow kids to go up into a hotel and jack with people from out of town. It's just not happening. And Ricky Sayre from KDKA TV did an amazing job. It's the first time that I heard a television reporter tell the truth, because we reported on a couple things. It's not 700,000 people a day. And we reported on the fact that there's a lot of hotel rooms available. A lot. Listen to this report. Nails it. Listen.
Come the start of the NFL draft, the expectation is each of the 167 rooms here at the Oaklander Hotel will be full.
We're very excited for the NFL draft to come here. We've been planning for years.
Oaklander GM Perry Ivory says they have just a few rooms still available, but across the county, you may be surprised to learn just how many are still available on average across the 3 draft days.
Allegheny County is roughly at 60% occupancy.
Ivory knows the numbers because he's also the board chair of Visit Pittsburgh. He says occupancy is currently the highest on the first day of the draft at 68%.
Yes, you could still book at a reasonable price.
And he says that 68% number is on par with what they'd expect.
Historically, in NFL draft events, there's a surge in reservations 30 days out, with 20% being the last weeks.
He says they're seeing the same pattern as the U.S. Open.
We're still optimistic within the next 2 weeks that there's going to be a surge in bookings.
He expects 20% of people to stay at short-term rentals like Airbnbs, with 80% in hotel rooms. Allegheny County, he says, has roughly 19,000 rooms. It's something we asked then Mayor Gainey about in the months following the announcement the draft was coming to Pittsburgh.
Do we have the space to house 1 million people?
I believe we do.
Gainey predicted 1 million would come to the draft. Visit Pittsburgh's president, along with others, have shared somewhere between 500 to 800,000.
That 800,000 number, just to be clear, that is total people coming in, or is that an aggregate of people who are going to be at the draft over 3 days?
Anywhere between 500 and 800,000, that's an aggregate over 3 days.
It means if you go to the draft each of the 3 days, you're counted in that number 3 times.
Are these the sort of numbers provided by the NFL?
The NFL and historic data, yes.
I spoke today with a source familiar with the city's draft planning. They told me they expect each day of the draft to see about 100 to 200,000 people. It's closer, they said, to a crowd for Picklesburgh or a Steelers championship parade. Add that 200,000 up over the 3 days, and that's how you get to a 600,000 number. They added the draft footprint can only hold a little more than a football stadium, about 80 to 90,000. They recognize that some people believe the draft will cripple or overwhelm the city, but at these numbers, they don't think it'll happen.
There you go. Nice job. Not that he needs me to tell him, but he nailed it. A couple things I'd like to add. There are hotel rooms, but they're expensive as hell. The nice hotels, Hotel Monaco, I saw was $1,200 a night. You got to do 3 nights. My hotel, my favorite, the William Penn, $800 a night. Got to do 3 nights. Some of my people say, hold out, wait till like the day of, day before, and they'll give you a cheaper rate. That's your gamble, your risk. A lot of folks should be driving in anyway. But what he did so well, and really actually no one has other than him, is kind of tell the truth about the numbers. And the notion that the city can't handle this is BS, because they do. And he was right again about, it'd be like a Kenny Chesney concert. Be like a Taylor Swift kind of crowd. Picklesburgh. Okay, 4th of July fireworks. Light up night. And they manage it. And the Pittsburgh police manage it. And now you got the feds, the Coast Guard. Wait till I show you what the Coast Guard's bringing in. Whoa. If you think you and the old lady, as they like to say, you're going to go down the river and get hammered, it ain't happening. It is not happening. No chance, no how. And The point is, don't be afraid to come downtown for this. It'll be crowded, but it's not going to be insane. But my man, Merrill Stabile, nailed it about parking. You got to have a reserve space or don't come downtown. Just don't. You'll just be hacked off. We have our show in that new park. What's it called? What's it called?
Arts Landing.
Yeah. I can't wait. I think it's cool. The vibe and everything. We don't have parking yet. We're working on it, but this is no big deal. We'll have fun. Regarding homeless folks and mentally ill and drugs, that will be taken care of. Folks will be managed. My deal with all this stuff is manage it now. Manage it big picture. But I promise you, the draft will be flawless. It will be a wonderful experience for folks that like that. The Steelers have done an amazing job. They have. The NFL has. The city has. The mayor has. The county has. The feds have. They have dumped millions and millions of dollars to our benefit, man. They did a home remodel for us, and then they're leaving us the home. It's kind of cool, I think. All right? All right.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
At Perry Calder, the law firm, they have AI, all right, but it's attorney intelligence. John Perry is one of my close friends. I have brought family and friends into his office. They have doctors on staff to investigate some of the biggest settlements in Pennsylvania. They care and they win. At Perry Calder, they make sure that you're taken care of. Perry Calder, 412-281-4200. Perry Calder, 412-281-4200. AI, all right. Attorney intelligence. Check them out.
It seems like just yesterday when I captured my son's first steps or when we recorded his soccer games on VHS tapes. Those moments are gone. But the old home movies and pictures don't need to be. That's why my son created Legacy Box.
That's right, Mom. Over 1 million families have used Legacy Box to digitally preserve their old home movies and photos.
Simply fill Legacy Box with your old camcorder tapes, film, and photos. They will professionally digitize and send them back on DVDs, thumb drive, or the cloud.
With Mother's Day around the corner, it's the perfect time to get your Legacy Box and save your family's history. After all, few things are as important as protecting your precious memories. Give your mom a Mother's Day present she'll never forget. Take advantage of our Mother's Day sale, which starts now. It's our best deal of the year. Save up to 60% off. Visit legacybox.com/radio and for a limited time, get an incredible 60% off your order. That's legacybox.com/radio for 60% off. Legacybox.com/radio.
Go back in time at Ian Miller Antique Mall in Verona, where you can save 20% during their April spring sale through April 15th. Find that toy or doll from your childhood when you browse 4 floors of antiques from over 100 vendors with new items added daily. Ian Miller Antique Mall is at 614 East Railroad Avenue, Verona. Open Tuesday to Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The April spring sale runs through April 15th. Call 412-828-3288 and like them on Facebook.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
This is attorney Christine Brown Murphy with the law firm of Zachariah Brown. If you have a loved one in a nursing home, we need to talk. Give our office a call at 724-942-6200 or visit our website at pittsburghelderlaw.com.
When it's happening, News Radio KDKA is telling you about it.
NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell.
To the Rooney family, to Art, to Jim Rooney, to now young Dan Rooney, they define Pittsburgh in so many ways. They represent that city in every which way with pride And I think this draft is something that is really important to all of them and to the Steelers in general.
The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
You know, I met two women who are nurses full-time in Pittsburgh, graduated from CCAC with no debt, zero. You know, I met two young ladies at Pitt, now juniors, brought 2 years of credits from CCAC, $2,000 in total debt. You know, 80% of CCA students have no debt. More than 100 programs. And registration for fall opens April 11th. CCAC rocks, folks. Check it out.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. The new first quarter earnings season kicked off this morning with Goldman Sachs reporting record stock trading revenue. That was fueled by all the volatility around the war against Iran, but it also raked in $4 billion in earnings from trading bonds, currencies, commodities like oil. But that missed expectations. We hear from more big banks tomorrow like Wells Fargo, Citigroup, JP Morgan Chase. Shares of Goldman Sachs this hour are down about 3.5%, while elsewhere on Wall Street, stocks are mixed, bouncing off the lows we saw earlier after failed weekend peace talks, and after the U.S. Navy started to impose its own blockade on all ships entering or exiting the Strait of Hormuz, undercutting Iran. Right now, the Dow is down 0.5%. The NASDAQ, 0.25% higher. The S&P is flat. And oil up 6.5%. It is close to $103 a barrel. And shares of the Children's Place down nearly 24% after a big loss last quarter. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
We're only 10 days until the draft. Everything you need to know surrounding the draft is right here. It's brought to you by Bill Few Associates Wealth Management, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Dave Ross is my man from Bowser. He's a good friend. He's a wonderful guy. He's a fantastic guru. If he doesn't know it about cars, then no one does. And I saw this network story over the weekend. I had to grab David Ross from Bowser. Good morning, brother. How are you? You have him on vMix? Dave, you there? Is he? I don't hear him. Do we hear him?
I'm here.
Okay, got him. My brother, I need your help.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Yes, sir.
So now that the networks are, and everybody's reporting that cars are $52,000, it's scaring everybody, and everybody thinks that every car is $52,000 or $100,000, and you're really good at this because I bought several cars from you that are Subarus that aren't even close to that. My point is, and why I wanted to bring you in here, is that every car is not $52,000, is it, sir?
No. They might be talking about a median number, but I mean, we actually had a manufacturer in Subaru. They rolled back prices on one of their lines. So I would say here, GMC Buick tends to raise our number up a little bit because the GMCs, I would say, it's pretty close to mid 40s. But our Hyundai line, Nissan, you're probably in the upper 20s to low 30s as far as a median price on a new car. That is a new car.
So my point is, because I think people get scared. People get scared. They think, Jesus, I can't buy anything, right?
No, they shouldn't be scared. I mean that's before any kind of incentives if the manufacturer has any. So, and there's plenty of incentives to go around right now on new cars. What's really has kind of elevated a little bit is the pre-owned side, because as that new car went up.
Dave? Lost you, Dave. Try it again. Lost him. Look, I'm not trying to scare people, but if you want to get an SUV, a big one, you're screwed. I mean, Unless you have big money. Dave, you back, brother?
Me? I'm back. Something happened there.
That's
I'm
all right.
here.
So I wanted to tell two stories here. We have several Subarus. I bought 5 of them. Nothing's even close to 40,000. And they're insanely cool cars. So you can buy something you can afford these days, can't you, sir?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And like I said, there's incentives out there that even make it more affordable. A lot of manufacturers have low APRs right now. There's some leasing specialists that have gotten better also over the time. So we have plenty of inventory, trust me. So we're trying to sell it.
The only thing I would say, and no one knows this better than he does, if I want a Suburban or a Tahoe or, God forbid, an Escalade, now we're getting into tall cotton. Now you better have 90,000 plus, and we've never seen vehicles that high, have we, sir?
Well, those vehicles have definitely, over the last 5 years, has increased by tens of thousands.
It's crazy.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, those average, the low end on those are in the upper 60s.
Wow.
And they top out in the low hundreds.
Wow.
But yeah, trucks have also, pickup trucks. That's what I said. If I exclude our Chevy GM line here, the rest of the stuff is kind of, you still get in the 40s, but you're talking top of the line stuff at 40 grand and for other makes. But yeah, you want an entry level Yukon, Tahoe, you're talking 60 grand plus to start.
What happened, Dave? What happened?
That market got very popular. As a third row seat, there's kind of nothing in between anymore.
Nice.
It's either like standard size, or if you want a full size SUV, which a lot of people have families and they have kids multiple kids, and you're touting everything from strollers and soccer equipment, baseball equipment, and you need some room. So that market has grown. There's really no incentives on that market. So because each of the manufacturer has that SUV, knows that they have something that's really sought after. So, you know, manufacturer's going to do what it can to get profits where they can, especially the ones that had dived into the EV market and now are pulling out of it. They're trying to recoup some stuff.
But what we did do, what you can do, we got a 3-seater Hyundai that we love, the Santa Fe, and you're now in a reasonable price for a middle-class family. You know what I'm saying? So you can do it, sir.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. They start in the mid-upper 30s.
Yeah.
So you can, and that's for a nicely equipped, and you have them, and just from the standard model, they come with all the safety features that you can get.
What I'm trying to say is, don't give up. You know what I'm saying, Dave? Don't just say, to hell with it, I can't afford a car. It's not cool, right?
Right. Not everything you read and see is accurate. I go in and take a look at it. And, yeah, we have definitely have affordable, all lines of vehicles. They're still very affordable.
Dave Ross, the best car guy I know. Hey, my man. So the Wall Street Journal says today that EVs are making a comeback because of the price in oil. I don't buy that, brother. I just don't buy it. Do you?
No.
No.
I'm sitting there.
Yeah.
You're seeing manufacturers like Ford pull all the way out of it.
Right on.
And we're dropping some lines, but I'm not saying that there's not a peak of interest, because when you go from $3 a gallon to $4 a gallon to $5 a gallon, it does make it interesting for the EV at that point, but it's going to eventually come back down. So that's a quick adjustment in the market because people are running scared. So no, I agree with you. I don't see where that's making a rebound. It's peaked it a little bit.
David Ross, my brother, the best there is. Thanks, my man.
Thank you, sir.
I don't want you folks to give up hope in terms of getting a car. And leases are going to be cheaper for you.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Think your health insurance isn't changing? Think again. Premiums are rising, subsidies may go away, and expensive surprises loom. Have Dina Schmidt and Michael Coleman from One Health Benefits be your health insurance advocates. From Medicare changes to ACA plans, the One Health Benefits experts navigate the insurance maze at no cost to you. Before you renew or enroll, call One Health Benefits. They work for you, not the insurance companies. Call 724-799-8873 or go to onehealthbenefits.com.
When the paycheck stops, the planning starts. Retirement isn't about a number, it's about income that lasts through every stage of life. Secure Money Advisors focuses on building retirement strategies around income, tax efficiency, healthcare planning, and legacy protection, all working together in one coordinated plan. Claim a complimentary copy of your book today at righttrackbook.com. That's righttrackbook.com, where your retirement journey begins on the right track.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
SchultzFord.com, 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Mostly cloudy and 76 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander. News brought to you by your local Western PA AAA travel office. Travel with someone you trust, and by PJ Fitzpatrick with their famous lifetime warranty on materials and labor. Trust PJ.com. Police are investigating a fatal stabbing in North Braddock last night. It happened shortly after 9 p.m. in the 1100 block of 4th Street, where officers found a male victim suffering from a stab wound. The 38-year-old unidentified victim was transported to a local hospital where he later died. The Allegheny County Police Department is handling the investigation. So far, no arrests. Allegheny County Police are investigating after a body was discovered in Upper St. Clair today. Officials say the body was found in a wooded area in the 800 block of McMurray Road. So far, no word on an ID or the cause of death. Police arrested and charged an Apollo man after a victim escaped a kidnapping in Arnold. Police say the victim told them that 41-year-old Ryan Dunsworth dragged her out of her vehicle by her hair. Dunsworth drove her to a residence on Kenneth Avenue where the victim was able to escape and fled to the Arnold police station. Police observed a cut and some bleeding on the victim's forehead. Police have charged Dunsworth with kidnapping, robbery, obstructing emergency vehicles, simple assault, harassment, and stalking. Port Authority police are investigating a fight involving juveniles on a Pittsburgh Regional Transit bus. News Radio KDK's Tamara Rush has the details.
Pittsburgh Regional Transit says an investigation is underway after a video circulating online shows several juveniles involved in a physical altercation on a PRT bus. The footage appears to show multiple people yelling inside the bus before one person punches another, triggering a larger fight. Several individuals then move off the bus during the incident. In a statement to KDKA Radio, PRT says this type of behavior is not representative of the community and will not be tolerated. Officials emphasize that the safety of riders and operators remains the agency's top priority. PRT adds it will continue taking appropriate steps to ensure its vehicles remain safe spaces for everyone who relies on public transit. Tamara Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Phase 2 of the NFL draft-related road closures are underway as we hear from News Radio. KDK's David Ballarado.
They're all along the North Shore, and as drivers are learning, the Parkway North ramp you take to get there, as Exit 1B closed last night.
Basically, there's nowhere to detour
2. All the local roads, Reedsdale Street, everywhere that ramp took you to is going to be closed.
PennDOT's Lori Musto. Those roads also include Casino Drive, North Shore Drive, Chuck Knoll Way, Tony Dorsett Drive, and the Reedsdale Underpass. Next Monday, the Parkway North HOV lane will also close to traffic as PRT will use it for its North Hills football flyer. Musto says some road closures initially set to go into effect next Wednesday will now happen Tuesday. Instead, they include both the north and southbound 65 ramps for the Fort Duquesne Bridge, the 10th Street bypass to the 279 Portal Bridge, the Liberty Avenue on and off ramps to the Fort Pitt Bridge, and the Allegheny Ridge Reedsdale ramps to the Fort Duquesne Bridge. David Colorado, News Radio, KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 15 points, the Nasdaq up 145, the S&P 500 up 28 points. KDKA Sports, Pirates open a 7-game homestand tonight when they host the Nationals in the first of a 4-game series. Paul Skeens will be on the bump for the Bucks. First pitch, 6:40. KDKA Radio News Time, 1:03. Time to visit RomeMonuments.com. Life is a journey to remember. Memorialize that journey. RomeMonuments.com. Right now, cloudy and 76 degrees in Pittsburgh. Your AccuWeather forecast is next.
Hey, it's Pony for my friends at Comer & Cross. Does your garage floor have cracked and stained concrete? Mine did. Maybe your garage floor had a bad epoxy or paint job. A new Comer & Cross garage floor is going to transform your whole garage, and all it's going to take is one day. I love mine, and you'll love yours. If you call them right now, and you should do it, don't waste another second. They'll take 50% off your installation. So here's that number, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. A Comer & Cross garage floor is the gold standard. It is guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. And just like they did for me, they will make it so easy for you. Stuff in your garage, they'll take it out. Cracks and pits, they'll fix them perfectly. Look just like new. And they're going to put their proprietary Comer & Cross finish on it. So I want you to call them now and get that 50% off installation. The number is 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. 800-NEW-FLOOR. Or go to COMERcross.com. It's Comer & Cross Premium Concrete Coating.
April is here and everything is in bloom, including savings at Bowser Hyundai. The Hyundai Elantra SE is the perfect spring upgrade with 36 combined miles per gallon. Right now at Bowser Hyundai, the #1 volume Hyundai dealer in Pittsburgh, you can lease the Elantra SE for only $149 a month. And don't forget, all new Hyundais come with Hyundai Assurance that are backed by America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000 miles powertrain limited warranty. So don't wait. Get to BowserHyundai.com today. Based on 2025 year-end and January 2026 sales results, tax, title, and fees not included. Dealer doc fee of $490 applies. 24 months, 7,500 miles per year with $2,999 due at signing with credit approval and financing through HMFC. Offer ends May 3rd, 2026. BowserHyundai.com. Bowser Hyundai, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Medicare can be confusing with all the rules, costs, and deadlines. Are you making the right choice for your future? Join MediConnect's free live webinars from the comfort of your home. No pressure, just clear, helpful information. Learn about Medicare, Parts A and B, how to avoid penalties, and if Medicare Advantage or Supplement is right for you. Get peace of mind. Register for the webinar by calling 888-818-6334. MediConnectInsurance.com. MediConnect. Medicare made simple.
Is your roof ready for April rain? Call Home Genius Exteriors now and get 50% off all roofing materials with 0% APR and no payments till 2027. Plus, get free gutters with your new roof. Call now to schedule your free, no-obligation roof and attic inspection from one of our experts. Call Home Genius Exteriors now at 855-U-R-GENIUS. That's 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. See website for details.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Cloudy to at times partly sunny, breezy and warm for the rest of today. A brief shower or two in the area through early afternoon, the high reaching 77. Tonight, mostly cloudy and mild with a shower, low 62. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's spring. That means birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, Mother's Day, and fresh, colorful spring flowers from OliverFlowers.com. Family-owned Oliver Flowers, celebrating spring for 96 years. Order online for free delivery in their service area. OliverFlowers.com.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Man, these damn dogs. And I love our dog. Just these aggressive dogs, man. It got really hairy for a cop over the weekend. I want to get into this today. I want you to hear some of this sound. It's absolutely ridiculous what these cops go through. Cop's trying to do his damn job, man. And during a drug raid, and the dog attacks the cop. I mean, this could have been real bad. Cops get to this scene in the Knoxville neighborhood, and everybody starts running. The cops go after a man. They had an outstanding warrant. They chase him into a building. Dog goes after a cop, bites him several times. Cop kills the dog. It's ridiculous and dangerous as hell. And it's these damn dogs and these folks that don't give a damn about the dogs. And then it gets worse because then they find all these drugs, and this cop ends up worried that he inhaled some of it because they get his powder, and it's crazy. Listen to this stuff. Listen to this drama.
We are in pursuit with 375. Suspect is on Rochelle Towers. Copy. All available Zone 3 units for pursuit Rochelle Towers. 80. 80 copies en route. I repeat. Rochelle Towers. Rochelle Towers. 375. Give me the air. 25 go. 310. We are making entry into the room now. Wow. Inside room 3. Suspect is in room 310. Set a perimeter around the entire building. There's a fire escape. The front door, back door, everywhere around the entire building. 310. Hey, what side of the structure is that room? Apartment is going to be on the one side of Rochelle Street. We need all four sides set up a perimeter right now.
Wow.
Copy. Pernelli has 1-4. I'm taking 2-3. We have it all covered. Suspect, a black male, short dress, black top, jeans, felony warrant suspect. 382 to 75. Go ahead. Give an overview for what you have for situational awareness for every person that's in that area. Warrant suspect fled into apartment. We're holding at the door right now. We have the other occupants that we believe live here exited. The warrant suspect holed up in apartment. We just need the perimeter covered. 82, I copy that. Just to confirm, you had eyes on him enter into that structure.
It's amazing.
375. That's affirmative. Foot pursuit into the apartment. Black male, short black dress, black hoodie, blue jeans. Approximately. We just had somebody leave out the 3 side. Someone left out the 3 side. All right, we're going down, Rochelle.
It's amazing.
Cutting. 1 Close down. Description of suspect. Suspect, black male, short dreads, black hoodie, jeans. Yeah, this isn't going to be our actor. Copy, not the actor. 380, start me on duty. Copy. 338, we shot a dog in accident. He was attacking us. We have one on the ground. Copy. 82, the base. 2. Go again with that last transmission. That shot's fired at a dog. 38 accidentally shot a dog that came at him. We shot 12 rounds to the dog. We had the actor in custody on the 3rd floor. On the 4th floor. Copy. Dog accidentally shot actors in custody on the 4th floor. 82, I copy that last.
It's unbelievable.
That on-duty page until we figure this out. Copy.
Wow. This is what they go through every day in Pittsburgh. Wow. And then it gets ugly. As if it could. Listen to this. There were drugs involved. Listen. I mean, this is how difficult it is to be a cop, man. Listen to this.
All right, there's a narcotic complaint due. We're going to apply for a search warrant for the apartment and from one building. Just continue. That's received. Can you send a unit up here with a Narcan bag, please? Page 33. Do you want medics to respond and be on standby? That's affirmative. I to suspected fentanyl, and I may or may not have breathed it in. I see. 3322 to 3300. Can you grab a Narcan bag for me? I'm coming up. I just wanted to know.
Wow. I don't know where to begin with this. Mike Fisher, my boy, Scanner Mike. Good afternoon again, sir. This is hairy stuff, sir. Very stressful, wasn't it? My God, Mike.
Wasn't exactly a great call. Good afternoon, Marty. Yeah, this wasn't exactly a great call.
You listened to the whole thing. How did this play out, man?
Initially, this call in the Knoxville neighborhood came in off a complaint from the alleged building owner. On arrival, police observed a warrant suspect. They made their presence known, and a whole bunch of people ran.
Yeah.
And we heard someone just completely non-affiliated just run. And they made an entry into the floor they're looking at. We don't know, at least from radio traffic, if this dog was released, if the dog was roaming around, but the dog reportedly charged an officer. A detective actually bit him. Another officer on scene fired upon the dog, killing it on scene. The person they're looking for was in custody. Then we get to it's a drug house, a drug apartment. So they peek around, they see some drugs. I guess the one guy must have kicked some drugs up in the air and just had a little bit of a panic because he may may or may not have breathed it in. I just don't want to admit anything.
We could have died.
A little concerned.
If you inhale Narcan, my man.
We don't know.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. A lot of danger.
That was just, it also tells me that if they're raiding a drug apartment, they don't carry Narcan with them. So
excellent point.
A lot of things could have gone better that day.
And I can't determine, did someone sick the dog on them, or was the dog just there? Can you?
I have no idea. All of a sudden, we heard shots fired on a dog.
Wow.
And then we heard screaming in the background, and the suspect came out, and they nabbed him.
And by the way, the officer's okay, so everybody knows, regarding the Narcan and the fentanyl and all that. Wow. A lot of drama, brother. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
It's unbelievable. Best dog trainer in the world is listening to all of this go down. Paul Anthony, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Marty. How are you?
Well, tack dog, attacking a cop. Bad stuff, sir, is it not?
100%, and the police officers absolutely did their job by shooting that dog. Absolutely, 100%.
Help me with the math on this. Do they train the dogs to attack someone, or do the dogs just naturally, instinctively attack people like they did that little boy a week and a half ago?
Both. You can't imagine how many times I have been approached by people to train a personal protection dog for them. And I know that they're going to use these illegally to do something for the police or something like that. Yeah, absolutely, Marty. I mean, at least once a month, somebody calls me or stops by for that. In my 40 years of training, 7 personal protection dogs have I trained, and those were for executives. So.
But hooligans, punks, thugs, whatever you want to call them, they want you to train their attack dog. So if a cop comes up on them or someone else, they can say what? Sick them, and they'll attack them.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and you'll even see on YouTube and TikTok and these idiots doing it themselves. And I look at it, and it's a loaded gun. It's a very loaded gun. And we're not just talking about police officers, just like you know. We're talking about children. We're talking about other animals. We're talking about the whole gambit there.
You listen to that, man, that play out. That was harrowing, buddy. Frightening.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, these police are trying to do their job. They're serving a warrant. Now they're going to, they're chasing a suspect, and now they have to deal with something else on top of that. You know, a dog that attacked them, and that dog attacking them is no different than somebody else attacking them. I mean, that dog caused injury to that police officer, and again, those police were 100% in the right for what they did.
I thought it was fascinating that they said it was an accident. They were protecting themselves, brother. Best I could tell.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. The thing about it is when I saw it posted, how many people, and again, you have a dog that's attacking you, you need to do what you're going to do. But how many people said, "Oh, they should have did this and they should have did that"? You know, everybody's second guessing the police officers until they put on a badge.
Right on.
And they did the absolute right thing.
How many times have you been asked to do this?
Oh, Marty, honest, it's once a month.
What?
It's literally once a month that we get a call to do this. I mean, and it's funny because these guys know that. I mean, I'm friends with local police and state and federal police officers, and they come to me because they see that we do some sport work and we do this and that, and absolutely no. And I know what you do, and I know who you are. Don't come at me like I'm stupid.
They want to turn that dog into a weapon, sir.
100%, Marty. And again, you'll see it all over social media, and it's absolutely sickening to somebody like me and other dog trainers out there. It's sickening.
Wow. Dangerous as hell, brother.
Yes, absolutely, because these guys don't know how to deal with dogs or to work protection dogs. They're out there selling drugs and doing this. It's amazing. I have one personal protection dog that we've trained, and once a week religiously they come down and train with me. And these are two executives that do need it. But once a week, religiously, they come down and train with their dog. And their dog is on point, and it's an amazing animal.
Paul Anthony, best dog trainer in the world. Thanks, brother. Appreciate your honesty.
Have a great day.
That audio was terrifying.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Massive storms jacked up so many houses. Had a good friend call me, had a big tree on their house. Big. I texted Carlos from Greater Pitt Tree Service. He was at the house within an hour with his crew cutting up and removing that massive tree. Greater Pitt Tree Service. Best training, best equipment, best pricing. Carlos, Greater Pitt Tree Service, 412-884-TREE. 412-884-TREE.
This is Dr. Shupo from the Weight Loss and Wellness Center. You know that little voice in your head that keeps whispering, I wish I was thin. I wish this summer could be different. I wish I wasn't so self-conscious in shorts and a bathing suit. The wishing that you could have more energy and move better. The wishing stops now. Picture this. You this summer strutting the beach on your vacation, feeling good about who you are, feeling the breeze on your knees. Let's turn those wishes into your reality. Let's not procrastinate. Call me at 1-800-900-THIN.
From posters and presentations to labels and loyalty cards, Staples has all the print to boost your brand. Shop now in store and online. Staples, that was easy.
Man, my friends at NASCAR Roofing, they're out working in this weather, fixing damage from these storms. My man James from Lower Borough called them, and they're on it. Did work on his home. He had them do his mother's roof as well. James loved NASCO's quality work and appreciated NASCO working with his insurance company to get everything approved. NASCO is wonderful. They've satisfied thousands like James. Get NASCO on your roof. Call NASCO Roofing, 412-373-2000, 412-373-2000. Most jobs done in a day. Special financing available. NASCO Roofing, NASCO. Hey, it's Marty. Are you tired of pain or fear of falling that's holding you back, struggling with balance, neuropathy, or joint pain? At Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, physical therapy is done differently because you are different. Folks, this place is amazing. I've seen it firsthand. Shoulder pain, knee pain, balance issues. They attack it and work it, and it works. Call today. Monroeville Physical, F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, 412-457-8200.
This is attorney Ed Shenderovich. Have you been injured because of someone else's fault? Want to find out what your case is worth? Visit 98twins.com for a free evaluation. At Shenderovich and Fishman, we've got your back, not your wallet.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Medicare can be confusing with all the rules, costs, and deadlines. Are you making the right choice for your future? Join MediConnect's free live webinars from the comfort of your home. No pressure, just clear, helpful information. Learn about Medicare, Parts A and B, how to avoid penalties, and if Medicare Advantage or Supplement is right for you. Get peace of mind. Register for the webinar by calling 888-818-6334. MediConnectInsurance.com. MediConnect. Medicare made simple. Life-saving, life-changing information. UPMC. Love it.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Damn. Oh. Just think of what we listened to just today on this show. And you say you want to be a cop. So they go into this building, it's a drug house, and everybody starts to run. And then they get in there, and this dog attacks one of the cops. Now, what I didn't understand, they kept saying they accidentally shot him. I don't know what that means, but, you know, seems to me they were defending themselves. But and then the scary thing is, and by the way, cops have died. They've overdosed. This has happened in the field. Cop will pull someone over to a fentanyl, and they'll inhale some of the powder, and they'll overdose right there in the field. But by the way, Patrick, Mike Fisher raised an interesting point. They don't have Narcan bags in their cars. That's just crazy, man.
Yeah, they had to go out and get one. They didn't have one on their person.
So if he truly overdosed, he could have been in real trouble.
Yeah.
We have the mayor on. I got to ask him that. I'm going to ask the police chief that. That's scary, man.
You know, maybe it's in their standard kit that's just in the car, and they don't have it physically on them when they're doing the race.
I don't know. We got to. That's scary to listen to. I'm going to have someone listen to that for me. And the notion that they accidentally shot the dog makes no sense to me. They did their damn job. Sounds like it to me. A dog's attacking you. You shoot the dog. You did the right thing. By the way, no one mentioned that cop got bit several times. This wasn't some... And we're told it was a pit bull mix. Shocking. As Paul Anthony said, what do you say? 80%. He was 80% of the dogs in these kennels right now. 80%. These shelters. 80% are pit bulls. No one wants them. Folks, don't take a pit bull. Don't take a pit bull. Don't take a pit bull. Don't take a pit bull.
If you want to know how good it feels to get professional paint work inside your home, go with CertaPro Painters. Hi, this is Larry Richard, and a big opportunity right now. Take advantage of the spring sales event for 10% off qualifying projects through May 15th. And remember, each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro painters.
It seems like just yesterday when I captured my son's first steps or when we recorded his soccer games on VHS tapes. Those moments are gone. But the old home movies and pictures don't need to be. That's why my son created Legacy Box.
That's right, Mom. Over 1 million families have used Legacy Box to digitally preserve their old home movies and photos.
Simply fill Legacy Box with your old camcorder tapes, film, and photos. They will professionally digitize and send them back on DVDs, thumb drive, or the cloud.
With Mother's Day around the corner, it's the perfect time to get your Legacy Box and save your family's history. After all, few things are as important as protecting your precious memories. Give your mom a Mother's Day present she'll never forget. Take advantage of our Mother's Day sale, which starts now. It's our best deal of the year. Save up to 60% off. Visit legacybox.com/radio and for a limited time, get an incredible 60% off your order. That's legacybox.com/radio for 60% off. legacybox.com/radio.
And Doug. There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means playing in a football game. Boom! 42! You're going down, Doug. Oh, yeah? Your price on car insurance when you customize and save is going down. Hey! Limu? What are you doing on their team? Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
I never thought of myself as the type to settle down. Never knew where the team's next lunch was coming from. But then I met you, Easy Cater.
Workplaces everywhere are saying, I do want delicious food at work. And they're ordering from beloved restaurants with Easy Cater.
You were reliable. You had great options for every budget, even when marketing ops did keto again. We got through that together. With you, it's just so easy. Easy Cater, will you keep showing up at my workplace forever?
Find love at first lunch. Order at easycater.com.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Mostly cloudy and 76 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1:30. I'm Paul Alexander. A tense public feud has emerged between President Donald Trump and Pope Leo. Trump has criticized the American-born Pope as weak on crime and foreign policy, particularly regarding Iran. Pope Leo, in turn, has stated he has no fear of the Trump administration prioritizing message of peace and anti-war advocacy. Political analyst Lenny McAllister says he believes that the no fear statement from the Pope has little to do with the Vatican's position, but instead
it was to be a symbol to all people and to all Catholics, and perhaps to all Americans, to stand up and remember that any government, local, state, or federal, they are there to serve the people, and that they are still not bigger than God. And once you keep those facts in mind, there cannot be any fear moving forward.
Pope Leo stated he is not a politician and refused to debate, focusing instead on his spiritual duty to preach the gospel. It's almost draft time in Pittsburgh, 10 more days to be exact, and all the improvements being made to the city are nearly complete. Mayor Corey O'Connor says the best part for Pittsburghers is that we get to keep all those improvements long after the draft is gone.
We have a brand new Market Square. We have Arts Landing. You know, the point, the fountain was renovated. So all of those things that were built for the draft, we're going to have the benefits for years to come.
Mayor Corey O'Connor was Larry's guest on the Big K Morning Show. Weather permitting, crews will begin the next round of work on the I-79-910 interchange tomorrow in Wexford. We have more from News Radio KDK's David Bolorado.
There will be flaggers on site as single-lane restrictions go into effect for about a day, so crews can do things like line painting and relocating traffic signal heads. PennDOT's Steve Snedden, speaking at the department's construction season preview, says the major work will begin in May when crews start putting in the girders for the flyover ramps that are being built.
Ramp D is the new ramp that's going to connect 910 to 79 northbound. Ramp C is going to connect 79 northbound to 910.
The girder placement is scheduled to have 6